Tolu Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. It's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go for state. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Tearing back on the church, you don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring, we're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Vision new I never seen, we deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. The clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The downbound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The downbound body's crippling. Live to the elevation. We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination.
Detroit basketball. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Downtown Deuce Show with the Boss. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday night on this Friday Eve. Boss, what's the word? How you feeling after that game?
Man, what an amazing day. I mean, truly, it's been such a good one. And we topped it off with a win against a team that tried to bring it against us. They realized that they fell short the last matchup a few days ago, and they tried to bring it this time. It still wasn't enough. I feel so good. I'm very proud of our team. This is so exciting how we're closing out the season, especially without some key pieces like Cade and Stu. This is awesome.
Yeah, no Cade, no Stu, no Tobias for 95% of this game. No problem, guys. No problem, man. What a big game. What an important game. Great win. Guys, we just finished up another Pistons live watch party, and y'all showed up and showed out again, man. A lot of fun with you guys, per usual. Shout out to you guys who pulled up, man. We had a lot of fun. The Pistons have one more regular season national game before the playoffs begin, so that'll be the last chance to catch a game live with us before the playoffs start. So make sure you guys have your alerts turned on for that so you can tune in. But guys, if you didn't catch this game tonight, man, the Pistons took care of business, man. They took care of business. They picked up the 30th home win of the season, guys. 30th home win of the year. Beating the Timberwolves 113-108, sweeping the season series 2-0, improving to 56-21 on the regular season, and improving to 8-2 without Cade since his injury. Just a ton of numbers there, a ton of great numbers there. Guys, the magic number for the Pistons now is 1. The magic number is now 1 for the Pistons to officially clinch the top spot in the Eastern Conference. And guys, also, with tonight's win, the Pistons have, guys, listen to this, quadrupled their win total from 2 years ago. I'm going to say it again. The Pistons have quadrupled their win total from 2 years ago. They have 14 wins a couple years ago in their franchise worst, season, 14-68. But after tonight, they have 56. 4 times as many wins as they had when they won or when they played 2 short years ago. So, guys, it's been incredible watching this historic turnaround in real time. And I just want to take a second, boss, to give everybody credit from top to bottom, man. From Tom Gores to Trajan Langdon to JB Bickerstaff to the players to the training staff to the film team, just everybody who's gotten it out the mud and been with this team through the dark times. They deserve a lot of credit for this 2-year turnaround. And boss, I've been watching hoops for 35 years. You've probably been watching for about 30. And I can just tell you guys, man, like what's happening right now with this team is special. This kind of turnaround is rare. For it to happen this quickly is extremely rare and extremely special. So major shout out, man, to the Pistons organization as a whole. And Pistons fans, just take a second, smell the roses. We're a few games before the playoffs, top the East. You're going to win the conference as far as record is concerned. Home court advantage all the way to the NBA Finals. It's a special time right now to be a Pistons fan, boss.
I mean, exactly. And look, we're 1 game away. We're 4.5 above the Celtics with 5 games left. Eventually, they're just going to run out of chances. Like,
yeah,
we're locking in the first, guys. I'm sorry. And the fact that we've been able to do this without, again, Cade and Stu and just in so many trials and with media calling it a fluke, we've held the first seed forever. Like and again, like you said, the whole organization, it starts with like from Tom Gores to Trajan Langdon to JB Bickerstaff to anybody in between. It's just the environment that we've cultivated for these guys to just win in their style of in their fashion.
Exactly.
It's been incredible.
And in the words of Michael Bublé, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Go ahead, boss.
Just real quick, I just want to say, like, you guys know I'm in Denver, and I watched the Nuggets, and the Nuggets just tied their franchise record for most home wins at 24.
Wow. Really? And here we are with 30.
We have 30.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Nobody saw this coming this year.
Nope.
Not like this. Not like this, man.
So that's incredible, 41, guys. I mean, like, we still have some more to go, too.
Yep.
But it's split. Yep. It's 41-41.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, truly.
So, guys, we see you in the chat, man. All the positivity. Keep commenting. Keep them coming. We're going to do our best to get to them. Like we always say, if you miss your comment, super chat, caps lock, repost, whatever you guys want to do to get our attention, go ahead and do that, and we will get to your comment. Okay, guys, before we go deep into this game, I need you guys' attention for about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to switch gears for a minute, and I need you guys undivided for a minute for this next statement I have to make here. Okay, so you guys know for the past few months, Boss and I, we've been running fundraisers for different organizations, and it is that time again. The last 2 organizations we supported were the Ron Holland Foundation and the Isaiah Stewart Learning Center. And between the 2 guys, you have helped us raise over $1,100 through your super chats, through your donations. And that is absolutely incredible. So you know what that means, guys? We are going to run it back again. And here's the thing for April. This one, guys, for me is personal because I've not really shared this with a lot of people, guys, even in my circle, but I feel like now is the time to be open with you guys. So for those who know me, you know I'm a family man, right? Family man. Shout out to my parents for raising me right. And next month, guys, for me, will be my 10-year anniversary of being married to my beautiful wife, Shannon. Shout out to Shannon. We have 2 boys. Yeah, yes. You got a chance to know Shannon a little bit, boss. But shout out to her for sure for putting up with me for the last 10 years and all that stuff. But, a lot of love for her, of course. And we have 2 boys. I got 2 sons, Carson and Kai, right? But what many of you guys don't know, what most of you guys probably don't know, is that both of my boys are autistic. Both of my sons are autistic. My oldest is Carson. He's 6. And my youngest is Kai. He's 3. And for those who don't know, autism is a spectrum. And when you get a diagnosis, you're often given a level from 1 to 3 to describe how much support you need for things, little things like just daily life skills, social skills, communication skills, all those things. A 1 on the spectrum is considered low support needs. 2 is moderate support needs. And 3 is high support needs. And Kai, my youngest, is a level 2. And Carson is a level 3. So when it comes to autism, guys, there are a lot of commonly shared traits, but the actual experience is very individual and it can look very different for each person. So an example for us, both of my boys have a speech delay. Kai can speak, but he's not conversational yet. He's mostly just repeating what you say back to him. And Carson, my oldest at this point, is still non-speaking. He can't talk. He can make sounds, speech sounds, and he can even sing melodies on tempo, on key, but he just can't form the words to verbally communicate. So simple things for my oldest, like calling me daddy, saying I love you, are things that I have not heard from my firstborn son. And for him, it makes simple things really hard, just letting us know when he's hungry or when he's thirsty, when he wants a toy, if he's not feeling well. It all takes so much more effort and work for him just to let us know what he needs. And because of that, he's often misunderstood. So as much as I enjoy being their father, I ain't gonna lie, guys, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my life by far. And not just for me though, like for the sake of them, because I've often at times, if I'm being real with you, I felt guilty for bringing life into this world that comes with tough circumstances, like it does for them, that they didn't ask for. So it doesn't take away any love I have for them, right? As a father, you're always gonna love your kids, and I have a ton of love for my sons. It doesn't take away how proud I am to be their father. But there's no cure for autism. There's no cure. And it's not something that you just kind of snap out of or outgrow, unfortunately, because it's the way that their brain is developed, right? So it's just different wiring. And for many people, autism makes life very challenging, and they might need lifelong support. And that's why awareness and acceptance is so important, to help people who are affected just learn how to navigate it, how to provide access to resources that they can to help them improve their quality of life. Which is why it's fitting today that today is actually, guys, Autism Acceptance Day. It just happened to fall on today, the first day that we have a game in the month of April. So like I said, guys, this is the first time I've publicly talked about this at all. I'm very protective as a father. And you guys know, man, sometimes the world can be a very scary place, right? For all of us. We all have things we have to deal with, but much more so if you're not able to just take care of yourself and you need help with so many things, in life, like my boys do. So to be 100% frank with you guys, I'm just now coming out because for a couple years now, I just was trying to shield them as long as I could. But I had to realize, man, I'm not going to be here forever. Nobody is. And when I'm gone, my boys, like so many others who are going through something similar, are going to need help. That's just the reality. And that's what brought me here with you guys today. So for the month of April, guys, we are partnering with Autism in the D, which is a nonprofit that focuses on autism acceptance and inclusion. It supports community events to bring more awareness and resources to the city of Detroit. And guys, this work includes sensory-friendly events, an annual autism walk in downtown Detroit, and a goal to open, hopefully soon, the city's first adaptive sensory gym and community resource center for all who could benefit. So any donations you guys are willing to make or able to make are going to go directly to helping people in our community, who need that help the most, for sure. So with that, guys, the annual autism walk that I spoke of is going to be April 12th of this year. And guys, here is a brief, quick video on that for some details.
Hey everybody, Tiara here of Autism in the D. Join us April 12th for our 6th annual Detroit Autism Awareness Walk here at DMC Children's Hospital. 1 in 31 miles, we are walking for 1 in 31 diagnosis rate. Please join us as we continue to fundraise to open up Detroit's first adaptive and inclusive community center that'll house respite care, inclusive camps, and so much more for our children. And not just for the children, we'll also have a teen lounge. We are inclusive to all. There is no age limit. Join us April 12th here from 12 to 3 as we take over and walk 1.31 miles in honor of 1 in 31 diagnosis rates for autism. All details online at autismindad.com.
So guys, if you want to support, feel free to pull up to the Autism Walk on April 12th. It's from 12 to 3. The Pistons season finale is also on that same day, but tip-off isn't until 6. So plenty of time to pull up before we get ready for that Pistons-Pacers game and post-game. My wife and I, we're going to be there with our boys. So hopefully if you guys pull up, we'll get a chance to meet some of you guys personally. And like Boss and I have done in previous months, we're going to be donating half of our super chats, for the month of April directly towards this initiative, man. The same way we did for Ron Holland Foundation and for the Isaiah Stewart Learning Center. So you guys know, y'all know me. Y'all been here long enough with me. I'm not a sentimental person normally. I'm not a vulnerable person. But I realize how important this is, right? So not just for me and my family, but for so many others who are dealing with similar circumstances, for sure. So the rate of children that are diagnosed with autism here in the U.S. is currently 1 in 31. And to be honest, there's just not enough support. Yeah. Not enough support for families, who are dealing with this reality every day. And I just want to do my part, man. I want to do whatever I can to make an impact, even if it's just a little bit. So that's all I got, man. I appreciate you guys just hearing me out. If anybody has any questions, drop a comment in the chat or in the comment section. Shoot me a DM on social media or reach out via email. I'll put a link in the description for that. But that's all I got, guys. And I appreciate you guys supporting the comments as well. Thank you so much. That's all I got, boss. What you got?
I mean, I'm getting emotional just from the support in the comments already.
I'm trying not to.
I know. I know you. I know, you just said you're not very vulnerable and so I'll take it for you. But I think it's incredible and that, what you've been able the life you've been able to provide for your sons. Like Kevin said earlier in the chat too, those boys look happy and healthy, and knowing you and getting to know your wife as well, I absolutely know that they are loved and adored and very well taken care of. But it doesn't take away from, you know, that they are autistic and that they, you know, have their struggles, and that it's something that needs to continue to be brought to light. And I'm so excited that we're partnering with Autism in the D as well. It's very exciting, very cool for them, but just compliments to you for, you know, opening up and you know, talking about this a little bit more, because if anything, I think it's just going to bring just more love in this community that we already have. So, and again, I'm getting emotional just listening to you, but also just seeing all these comments and donations already rolling in is pretty incredible.
Yeah. And shout out to my wife too, man. Shannon's in here. She says, thank you for all your support. She appreciates. Isn't she beautiful? Y'all? Look at her. Look how beautiful she is, man.
She's gorgeous.
I got lucky. I don't know how I pulled that off. Maybe I'll just, you know, I started singing too when I first met her, like, and hopefully she'll like it. But she sings too, low key. She's low key a pretty good musician herself. But go ahead, boss.
I was just gonna say, when I first met you, you like sent me a video of you and her, and all I had to say was that it's like, your wife is gorgeous.
She is
gorgeous. So, and and again, getting to know you and her a little bit more, you can tell the beauty is inside out. So
yeah, love you, babe. Appreciate you, Mark. Mark says, Deuce, it's already obvious through your character that you're an excellent father. Thank you, bro. Enormous props for meeting such difficult challenges. Parenting is the hardest thing we can do, and you're killing it. Thank you, brother. That means a lot, man, because we don't always hear that, you know? It's one of those things where it's like you wish people understood, but at the same time you don't, because it's just really hard to deal with. So once again, guys, I appreciate so much, man, the reception already that you guys have given me, man. You guys have made doing this and saying this tonight a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But you guys are the best community in the world for a reason. And I just want to say thank you guys for all of that, for sure. Okay. Let's get these super chats, boss, real quick, and we'll keep going. And, you know, we'll get rid of the teary eyes and all that stuff and keep going and get to this game.
I mean, maybe we'll get rid of the teary eyes. Super chat's probably gonna bring out more because I just saw them come in. I didn't necessarily read them yet. So.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's start with my boy Dom. Thank you, bro, man. Guys, Dom has been with me for years, man. Like when I had like 50 subscribers, he was here from the very beginning, and he has continued to be just a really good dude, really good supporter, smart mind, basketball fan, diehard fan, and just a good person. So Dom, I thank you. I haven't even read your comment yet. I'm just want to say thank you to you personally, bro. Guys, Dom says, at this point for the rest of the regular season, just win and stay healthy. I don't care how it looks. And Coach Jack, you can't be chest bumping Kate healing from a lung. I know y'all excited, but chill, bro.
I didn't see that.
Did you see when Kate? Because I think it was when Duncan had that live. We'll get to that later. But Kate almost walked off the bench, not literally, but Jared Jack was like, "Bro, come on, chill out, bro, stay here." It was hilarious, bro.
That's funny.
The chemistry and the relationship they have. Like I know he's cool with all those guys. Jared Jack is a great coach. He was a great player, but the way he connects with these guys is great. He has a really good connection with Cade and on a point guard tip, and then just all these guys. Just the vibes are great. So Dom, thank you, bro. That means a lot, man. I'm with you too. Like just win, baby. Just stay healthy. I don't care how it looks either. It's gonna look different probably from night to night just because we don't have Cade, haven't had Stu. Tobias is gone now, which we'll get to in a minute, but we're still finding ways to win. This young team winning all these clutch games on national TV is insane. For us to have to be doing this already with this young team who's just figuring it out on the fly and then figuring it out again because you don't have your personnel, just finding a way to get it done with your defense. Defense. Absolutely incredible. So, bro, as usual, dead on. And like I said before, bro, I really appreciate you, man. All you guys support, man. I really appreciate all you guys support. I know I probably said the word appreciate about 13 times already, but I can't help it, man, because I really do appreciate this, man. I really do. More than you guys know. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Thank you, bro. Let's get it some more, boss. Destroy ourselves. What's up, brother? I like that avatar too. Respect you and the fam dudes. Thank you, bro. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that, brother. If you have another comment, let me know. I'll get you in here. But thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Sella. Thank you, Sella. Sella's a real one too. Sella knows her hoops, man. Sella be dropping the comments low key. I'd be like, hey, can I use that? Can I use that? She'd be like, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, anytime I have a thought, I read the comments first, and Sella reads my mind before I get
there. She knows ball. She knows ball for sure. But Sella, thank you. Thank you so much. You were a real one. Thank you. Maddie Fresh, my dog. My dog, Maddie, man. Maddie says, great dub. Super happy to donate to a great cause. Thanks, bro. What you guys do for the community is bigger than basketball and I'm happy to even be a small part of it, bro. You are a big part of it, bro.
Yeah,
Like I said, you are a support. You're a supporter of all creators. That's why I like. It's not just like he's definitely a supporter of us, but he supports whoever's supporting the Pistons. He's always been that way. Like you'll find him everywhere. You'll find Matty everywhere. If he's not at the game, he's on somebody's post or comment or live comment and showing support. He's always around.
Not at the Pistons game, he's at the Cruise game. He's not at the Cruise game. He's in the comment. Like
That's a fact.
One of probably the biggest Pistons fans I know. I'm not saying a lot.
That's a fact.
Not undermining any of your guys' fandom, but just Matty, your space.
Matty's a beast, bro.
I don't want you to ever call you're not a small part, like you said.
Yeah, you're a big part, bro. For sure. We need you. For sure. As we need all of you guys. Thank you, bro. Mousher, what's up, bro? Mousher says, I used to work at fundraiser auctions hosted at Henry Ford Museum with St. Jude. Oh, partnered with Autism Speaks a few years ago. Nice, bro. Nice. 2016 to 2019. Such a rewarding experience. I'll be donating regularly. Man, thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro. That's dope. I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know that about you, Mousher. That's cool, man. St. Jude, might have to get with St. Jude too, boss, going forward. And just other organizations we
absolutely
need to get to.
There's so
outside
many
of just in general as far as community.
I was gonna say, guys, this is a one for April, but it's something that we really love doing this year, and we absolutely want to continue to do it throughout the off season, throughout next year. So please, if there's a charity that's important to you, please DM us, comment it, let us help provide support for those communities as well.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Mouser. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Nikki, just a donation. Thank you, Nikki. Hey, give me a comment too, Nikki. Let me know what you saw from this game so we can throw you back on stage and get your thoughts, man. But thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that for sure. Appreciate that. Rap 920, what's up, man? My first ever super chat, and I'm extremely happy to do so. Wish I could do more, bro. You do enough, bro. Just from being here, bro. The way you show up. Thank you for sharing and continue being there for your family. Yeah, that's what it's all about, bro. Family is the most important thing to me on this planet. Most important thing to me, bro. Is my parents raised me right, bro. Like I saw my dad go to work. I saw my dad come home every single day. Every single day, without fail. Wake up at 5 in the morning, not home until 6, 7 in the evening, and be a dad for me and my brother, who's also here in the chat. Shout out Kevin Solutions. Like I'm lucky to have great parents the way I do, man. And it's without them, I'm not here. Not even just physically, but as far as just my mindset and who I am, it's all because of them. So thank you, Rap 920. I appreciate that, bro. And shout out to my parents just because. Yeah. Miyuki, what's up, brother? From Aloha. What's up, bro? From Aloha from Hawaii, bro. Says much aloha and bless you and your family, dudes. Thank you, Miyuki. I appreciate you, man. Let me know what you thought about this game as well, man. All the way across, on the other side. So let us know what you thought, bro, for sure. But I appreciate you as always, brother. Thank you so much, man. Boss, you still teary-eyed over there? You ready to move on?
Yeah, I got one more. My mom just texted me. She has sent me $100 for the charity.
Wow.
As well. So it also.
Thank you, mommy. Thank you, mama. Yeah. Thank you,
I'm
mama.
A boss. Her last name is Bedsworth. She's
What is it, Bedsworth?
Bedsworth, which is my stepdad's last name, the one who got me into Detroit Pistons. So you can call her Mama B.
I'm a B. I like it.
So
I'm a B. Okay.
But I just that made me emotional as well. I know my mother is a very giving person, but it's just extra special when it goes to someone that truly deserves it and something.
Didn't she donate to the Ron Holland Foundation too?
Yep. Yeah.
I love our community, man.
All right,
so you were raised right too. You were raised right too, boss.
I'm
talking about my parents. You gotta talk about your parents. Talk about your mom. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm the classic emotional girl, but it's just beautiful when you see community come together like this. So I just had to shout her out.
The unity here is incredible.
Absolutely.
The unity here is incredible, guys. So okay, I'm gonna stop, boss. But thank you guys so much, man. And just know that this is gonna go. I'm excited to be able to contribute this and be able to give this to to Autism in the D. That's going to be an amazing feeling for me. And like we did before, guys, we're going to have a list of everybody for them to see exactly who donated what, so everybody can see just how important and how impactful our community is.
Yeah,
so I'm looking
forward to that. And we're going to be running this for the month of April, which includes the last 5 games of the season and the playoffs. So just incredible start to it. And I know. Thank
you, guys.
Yeah, no, this is anything, but thank you from the bottom of my heart too that you guys continue to just show up no matter, who it's for and what it's for. You guys have just grown the Detroit community so much. Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you, man. All right, guys. Okay, boss, you ready to get to this game, man? You ready to do it? I think they're
Yeah,
in the chat.
real quick. I just want to just call out some people that had things to say, you know.
Okay.
I had to talk about that longer than we do the Pistons.
Bro.
Family
me too, man.
is everything.
Yes.
Dom, you know, everybody from different walks of life, but everyone come together when they need to. Absolutely.
Just from a humane standpoint.
Stella, Sarah, it's okay to cry. This is beautiful for people to come together.
What about me? Can I cry a little bit? You know
Absolutely. Yeah, of course you can cry. It's just I'm just the one crying already.
I have before. Look, I have before. I've had my dark moments, and I've had my moments when I heard my youngest actually say "daddy" for the first time, and that just made my world.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do nothing to me to make me upset. So like,
yeah,
I'm still hoping for Carson, right? You know, but thank you. Yeah.
Another donation just came in from Lil
Thank
J.
you, Lily.
Bud. You're a great dad, Juice, and I completely agree. I think we can all agree there. So thank you, Lil J. Too.
We're gonna bring on not tonight because they knocked out, but one of these days we're gonna have them come on and
maybe Saturday.
I can get Kai to say what up though. Yeah.
Saturday's
yeah. Exactly.
Game. So
yeah. Okay, that's a good idea, boss. Okay, we'll look at that for sure.
Yeah.
Of course I can. Okay, I might cry off camera if I randomly do this during the show. Then y'all know where I went. All right, boss. Let's get to it, man. Guys. Yeah. Okay. Earlier today, the Pistons or the NBA actually announced that Ausar Thompson, man, for the second time this year, has been named the Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month for the month of March, despite missing 5 games in March. Which is crazy. He missed 5 games and still won Defensive Player of the Month. So it's like, what in the world was he doing in those months? Like in that month? That's it's so insane, funny. Right? But yeah, he won the award back in January. And the only other player, guys, in the league to win the award more than once this season is, you guessed it, the guy on the left side of the screen, Victor Wembanyama, man. But guys, the Pistons as a whole have won 3 out of 5 of the Defensive Player of the Month awards this season from November to March. Because if you guys recall, big dog, top shot, right? Isaiah Stewart, he won the award back in December. So the Pistons have really been dominating these Defensive Player of the Month awards, and it's no surprise that we are one of the top defensive teams in the league with those 2 guys on the squad, boss. Yeah, 32 steals that's just silly. That's just silly, Chris.
It's disgusting. And guys, there's 30 teams. There's over 300 players. And
it don't matter.
We dominated 3 out of 5 months. You're telling me on the defensive end? That's incredible.
Yep. That's insane.
So
and to have missed 5 games, bro, like what in the world?
I didn't even realize. I know that's true, but I didn't even realize that. Like he's just been such a force, and it's something like on the past podcast, been like we need a little bit more offense, but like the defense has been winning us games. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Also, wifey popped up in the chat, dude. You got to give her time.
Let me see. I see. I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Wifey says one of the hardest things is getting past the stigma of talking about it. We talked about this at length before we actually did this, guy. She's kind of coached me up a little bit too. Wifey says, appreciate all the love here. We would love to connect with anyone who has, guys, anybody who has similar experiences with autism, definitely let us know for sure. Because it's just nice to know that somebody does understand, that somebody can relate, and that can really help to make it easier on everybody. So yeah, we're open. If you know somebody, if it's in your own household directly, whatever, just feel free to share it. Because if it doesn't help you, it'll help me for sure. And hopefully it does help you just to know that, as somebody who's dealing with it, I can definitely relate. So wifey, as always, she's on the nose with that one. Go ahead, boss.
Absolutely. And again, before we move on, I just want to say the Pistons made a post about it. I can't necessarily find it right now too, but the Pistons are a very, autistic friendly organization. If you do have, a child or anyone in your life that has autism, you can go to the help desk, and they have, basically, free bags, to help with the game experience for your loved one. So just shout out to the Pistons as well for doing what they do towards that. So
100%. Another super chat, of course, from my guy Down coming back around, says, men too get emotional too, Deuce. Believe me, I've been there too. When you do that call in show, I'll explain how, bro, gotta have you on. Gotta have you on, bro.
We're finalizing that, guys, by the way. We're going to have it to you guys probably next week, so you guys have a week to prepare for it. But we're going to do that fan show shortly. I want as many people as possible 100%. To come, because I want to see your faces. I want to meet you. I want to put a name to a face. So
So Dom, Maddie, Doug, Miyuki, Rap, Tara, Black. I'm just reading the screen.
The
Whoever I see on the
Smoke
screen.
3-1, Kurt,
Jamoke
all of y'all.
313. People who we be going at it with in the chat. We want to hear from all y'all, man.
Let's
Like we
do
have fun with the
it.
basketball, but aside from the basketball,
Kenyatta.
it's still a community, and we still show love and support. So yeah,
Absolutely.
thanks again, bro. Thanks again, Dom. You were a real one, bro. Thanks so much, man. I'm gonna try my best not to get too emotional. I can't get no promises. But we'll see. Rob says, Deuce, you did an amazing job of explaining. Thank you, bro. I tried. I tried to just make it as clear and concise as I could. So, and I didn't want to take up too much time because we're trying to talk basketball too. So, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. So, yeah, man. Congrats to Asar, boss. He works his tail off on that defensive side of the basketball. Does he? Coach Bickerstaff, he actually said pregame that Asar is normally on his phone watching film, studying his opponent. He's obsessed with it. So, that's a great sign because when you have the otherworldly athleticism and instincts that he just naturally has, God-given gifts that he just naturally has, and you also have that tireless work ethic that he has to go along with it to get better at it every day. We have a guy who has a chance to be one of the best defensive players the NBA has ever seen.
Really?
Ever seen.
I mean, so, and again,
it's early, but the potential is there. Go ahead, boss.
We'll get to him with box scores, but again, tonight, guys, he ended with 5 stocks, and we'll dive into that sooner. But and this is a step up. That's crazy from last year. He's already improving to where he was the year prior, and
right.
Is he? I think he's the only one. Maybe Victor. I don't know about Victor. He probably I think has won it 3 times, but
I think
at least the only the Eastern guy who's won it twice out of 5 times. And then to have Stu win it too.
It's crazy.
He's kind of, and we just talked about how a few weeks ago, how he was kind of being left off of some people's lists for all defense.
Crazy.
He can't, he's a lock now.
He has to be.
A lock.
He has to be. There's no question about it, boss, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so shout out to him, man. For sure, man. All right, guys. Let's get to some injury report stuff, and then we will get into some initial thoughts and all that good stuff. Yes. So, guys, nothing new on the first few fronts. Isaiah Stewart, we just talked about him. He's still out with that MCL strain. No surprise there. I believe we'll get an update next week on him with how he's progressing, but he is on schedule from what I'm hearing. Everything is going well. There's not just kind of slow grinding it for him. Let him take his time because we're going to need him in the playoffs, right? So that's cool. Also, guys, Cade is also out as we already know. It was announced today from the Detroit Pistons. And make sure you guys are following the Pistons accounts if you're not already, because they provide all the updates with all these guys. So make sure you check that out and stay tapped in with them. But the update is right here, guys. It said Pistons guard Cade Cunningham continues to progress in his return to play process under the supervision of physicians and Pistons medical and performance staff. He will be reevaluated in 1 week. So nothing really surprising there. That's kind of what we expected to be, where we expected to be at this point, in his progression. It's just taking his time, getting better. He's done some non-basketball activity already, so he is getting practice. We showed you guys a video of him working out. Shout out to Cody Davis, just working out, just getting back on the court, slowly but surely, but just kind of getting back in the groove. So it's just good to hear that Cade hasn't had any setbacks. He's right where he's supposed to be right now as far as his timeline. And I think next week, they said we're going to get another update. So a week from today will be the 9th, April 9th. And that still gives us about 9 or 10 days before the playoff starts, right? Before the playoffs start for him to kind of get right. So I don't know anything as far as intel, but I would say it's a pretty decent chance that he's back by the time game 1 of the playoffs start. I don't have any intel. I'm just kind of speaking off of kind of like just a feel and a gut feeling. I think that may be enough time for him to kind of ramp up, be able to get his conditioning back as close as possible and just be comfortable with his timing, with just playing with his guys, getting back reintegrated because guys have kind of gotten used to Tink since Cade's been out, right? So it's going to take a little minute to get him back and get him reacclimated. But I think those 9 days, if he's healthy, I think that'll be enough time for him. So we'll see. But that's good to hear from about Cade. But we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on that. And then also, lastly, Marcus Sasser, who left last game with a right hip injury, returned to action. And I thought that was a great sign for him. We talked about that last show. Boss is like, man, this hip thing has been nagging him since the beginning of the year. Maybe even like going back to last year or the offseason. But so whenever I hear right hip with Sass, I'm like,
I know.
But he came back. He didn't play a great game as far as, just impact or whatever box scores, but he looked good out there. He looked like he wasn't laboring. Yeah, exactly. He didn't play a lot, but he wasn't laboring. He looked like he was okay. So I just hope for his sake that it's nothing serious, and it's good to see him back so soon after going down last game. And
yeah,
go ahead, boss.
I was gonna say it feels like they're just being extra cautious with people. And just to comment on Stu too, I feel like Stu will be back by. I hope he's back by Saturday against the Sixers, but back by Monday, just to have some reps in. I think he'd be on like kind of a minutes restriction, but just to have some reps in before playoffs will be good.
Yeah.
Cade, I'm okay with resting. I get some people's concern about like coming back and seeing if he's on in full form, but that's kind of the risk you take. And the great thing about the playoffs is that we are in a position where it's not single elimination. We're not in the play-in. So if he needs a couple games to get into true form, he'll have that luxury. Right. So, there is kind of no rush. Of course, you're excited to see him. The fact that we've seen him at games off the bench, jumping up, cheering, good signs. And at the 2-week mark, it probably concerned me more if they were like, oh, he's good to go, he's going to come back. I would be like, this is too fast. Yeah. So at the 2-week mark, they're going to be like, give it one more week. And guys, like, we're winning. Like, we're okay without him. And are we perfect? No. Is it most pretty? No. Do we miss him? Yes. But, I think that he'll be back. I think with the 1 week thing, I saw some people kind of reacting to that on Reddit. And they were like, well, he'll be out for round 1, maybe round 2. Like, no, like he's out for a week. Like, playoffs start still over 2 weeks from now. Like, exactly. There's plenty of time. Yep. And
it's nice to have a Dennis Jenkins right now too.
Absolutely. And again, like we say that too, because we had some comments today too, because Dennis, we'll talk about it, had kind of an up and down game, but he's so young and what he's been able to do for this team. It's like, imagine being a point guard having to study behind Kane Cunningham. And that's scary. That's scary for the league. So, and he pulled it out in big moments, just like Cade usually does as well. So we're very lucky to have him. And then the fact, Sass played low minutes, didn't have a crazy box score, but was still effective in this game. That's great to see. So just wanted to comment on those real fast, because I know, it's what we've been doing without Cade and Stu. And we kind of got teased with Stu because he was suspended. We got him back for a few games, then he got injured. But these are two guys that, while they might need a couple games to warm up to their full potential, they're not going to go out there and be detrimental to the team at all. And we're just going to be excited to see them back. So
yeah, for sure. Some quick comments here. GVH says 123 up in here and need more likes. Let's go. Yeah, get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up, man. If you like the show, of course. Dom says, okay, yeah, I guess OKC's putting built to my Lakers right now. So
82 to 51.5.
That, if it wasn't for tonight, that probably would put a damper on my day if it wasn't for tonight. But I'm cool. Can't nothing happen right now. If Luka goes scoreless or Brian don't score, if he got 10 turnovers, I'm still chilling. I'm still chilling.
Bron's doing fine. He's the third leading scorer on the team. It's not Bron.
So
it's just OKC.
Okay.
It's just OKC.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better, boss. Yeah. Thanks for that. All right, guys, let's keep pushing, man. For the Wolves, lastly, they were missing Jaden McDaniels. He was also out for tonight's game. And I think that was pretty much it, other than, of course, Anthony Edwards, who also didn't play this game. So we're not going to see Ant-Man at all this year, guys, unless we play in the finals, which probably means we're not going to see Ant-Man all this year.
We're
not going to see him. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. So we'll see him next year, unless they find a way to get to the finals, which I don't see. But you never know. You never know. And we got to get that too, obviously. What's up? Yeah. Okay. So, Albina, I believe after tonight, I think the Wolves are still the ninth. Have the ninth best record in the league as of right now in this moment. So what that means is, since they have the ninth best record, that means they have the ninth worst first round pick, which is kind of how it works. So from 30 teams on down, if you count 30, that puts them right at the 22nd pick, which is a good spot, because the best we can get is 20, because it's protected from 1 to 19. So if they drop to 19, they would have dropped to, if the pick rises to 19, if they drop to the standings to 12, we lose the pick. But that's not
they'd have to go. I mean, it would take up some collapse from the Nuggets and Rockets and other teams in the East as well. Right. And so some incredible play. Like it most likely the pick swap will happen between picks 20 to 22.
Yeah, I was gonna say 21, 23. You could be right, 20, 22. Yeah. So like where we're at now, 22 is cool. Yeah, that's cool. Like that's 8. That's 6 spots better, 6, 7 spots better than us. Because right now, I think it's 6 spots. We're at, if we didn't have the swap, we'd be at 28th picking. We've got the third best record right now. So to go from 28 to 22, 6 spots in the loaded draft, that could be some value, some good capital, some good assets to be able to use to make moves. So yeah, if they stay right here, stay put, I'm happy with that.
Beasley
21.
is
Okay, so
saying
they must have dropped. They must have
if
dropped
they
the 10th then.
tanked, yeah, I think if they
Okay.
tanked, they would fall basically.
Right, exactly. And they're trying to position. So yeah.
Yeah, Anthony
Okay.
Edwards, guys, was out tonight, which means that he's ineligible for awards as well. So it tells me that, first of all, there is either an injury that is serious or that they just care more about the playoffs. And it tells me that they chose to sit him in this game because they didn't deem it winnable.
That's funny because this game actually was winnable for them at times. They had chances to go get it. But like you said, who knows how it would have played out? He might have shot them out of a game. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. I think the ball movement with Io on the floor, helped. But in those past crucial minutes, I feel like Edwards would have tried to take it over. And it's kind of 50-50 with him of whether he can get it done or whether he can't. So
yeah, exactly, yeah. Kevin. And a win tonight over the Wolves helped the cause in more ways than one. 100%.
Helped my Nuggies, like I said.
Because you ain't trying to see them in the first round. That's like their
kryptonite.
I don't want to see you. No. I love Denver. I don't want that to happen either. But I want to see them get.
As someone who's like Team Thompson, I don't want to see the Rockets in the first round either. I don't want to crush their dreams.
Yeah.
We're a men.
Right. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Devon says Maxey was picked number 21. There you go. So there's still some valuable, man.
I was going to say
Maxey,
that.
He's the best player on this team right now. I know Joel Embiid just got there, but that's Maxey's team right now.
Was like 48 or something like that. Like
that's insane.
You don't know. Who else was? There's a couple of guys that are great in this league and have been great in this league that were late picks. And knowing Trajan, I think he's going to find the exact right fit for us. I agree. I know that Yaxel from Michigan, who go blue. Now I'm tuned into the NCAA now that it's narrowed down. I'm not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I want him, but he's kind of playing his way into top 10. I feel like.
I agree. Isn't that crazy? Blackheart, Dana Shinkins wasn't even picked, bro. Either round. But 60 guys got picked and his name was never called. That's crazy.
I also think about Alex Caruso.
Was he another one?
He was a G. Okay. He got coached by Mark Daigneault in the G League.
Wow.
Before he got picked. Like there are a lot of G League, and the way the Motor Crews are running, guys, which they play tomorrow night, I think you said, Deuce. My last one was nationally broadcast on Prime, which I know had a lot of issues tonight. My mom said there's connection issues. A bunch of you guys had issues. It was annoying. Yeah, it was. But it's nice to have a team that there's a couple of guys on the cruise that I'm like, okay, I can see you coming up. So it's nice to have that kind of benefit too.
Yep. Go blue, man. They're going. I'm so mad because both games, Final Four and Natty game, are on Saturday. This coming Saturday and it's coming
Saturday.
Monday, I think.
Okay.
I think it's Saturday and Monday. I think we have games on both days.
So during the Pistons, yep.
That's the worst. So while we're doing this, they're gonna be playing both times.
I told you to.
That's how y'all know I love doing this, because I'm missing like a Final Four Michigan game, man, a national championship game. But y'all know we still gonna be here for y'all regardless. That's just how we do.
Yeah,
we'll take that L. Go ahead, boss.
Pretty funny. It's just because I remember I think I asked you guys on the live with Eric Vince, and I was like, "Is Arizona even a good team?" And it had Aaron Gordon, one of my favorite players, played there.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
They're a good NCAA team. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, last time they won, it's been a while. Last time they won was in '97. If you guys remember the name Mike Bibby. Sacramento Kings. Bibby. Mike Bibby was the star. Miles Simon, who was his backcourt mate. He was good. He played in the NBA for a minute, but that backcourt, Kevin, you remember Mike Bibby and Miles Simon, Arizona, when they won the Natty. That's funny. Stuckey was 15 and Stats was 25. Man, we thought Stuckey was gonna be the next D Wade, man.
Oh, I love Stuckey.
I do
but
too.
Quick question, real quick before I move on. I know you're a LeBron fan. He's your GOAT. Lakers are like your second team. Yeah. How do you feel about Michigan playing Bryce James?
That don't really bother me because he doesn't even play a lot. I don't think for them. I don't think
I'm
right
not
now.
sure. I'm not sure.
I
was just curious. I'm just curious if you're just
go ahead and beat Bryce though. Bye,
Bryce.
Bye, Bryce. Like I said, same thing with LeBron. Like I love Bron, but when he come here, you the enemy, bro. You the enemy. That's how it's always been. When he played again with Cleveland, when he was with Miami, back to Cleveland. Now LA is always it's always Detroit versus everybody, man.
Real quick before we move on, I just got this a couple times from a couple different people tonight. Sarah, who would you root for if it were to be a Pistons Nuggets finals? Pistons.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy. I'm sure we have the clip somewhere. We'll play if it ever gets to that. point, we'll play it again, but it's me at the Nuggets home game in the background on ESPN when Jamal Murray missed one of the free throws. And I'm just in the back, like I won a lottery, just jumping up and down. Like
it was on ESPN too. It was funny. It was on ESPN. Y'all remember that game when he went to the line twice and missed free throws both times? It shows Boss in the background like jumping for joy, bro. Like she just won the lottery, bro. Like she hit the Powerball or something. It was crazy.
I do not care. There's nothing. I maybe every now and then be like, good play. You know, but you don't see me at all rooting for the Nuggets when the Pistons are in town. There's no way.
Yep.
But
it's
also,
like, go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna say it'd be I don't want that to happen, but it would be very easy for me to root for the Pistons in that instance for sure.
Right. Yeah. Stanley Johnson was at Arizona too.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. I see y'all. Yeah, you remember Bibby? Mike Bibby was nice, bro. He was nice. I hated him when he played on Lakers, though. My Lakers, when back in 2002. Anyway, y'all know what it is, man. Let's keep pushing. Yeah. Guys, let's get to the starters. So, guys, tonight the Pistons went with their current starting five of Dennis Jenkins, Duncan Robinson, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, and JD. And guys, we are going to go ahead and launch the poll for who you guys think should get the belt for this game outside of the Wolves. Let us know. Boss, we have for this one, we've got, and let me know what you think is gonna win the belt from the chat. JD, Dennis Jenkins, Kevin Huerter, and Duncan Robinson. So a lot of candidates per usual, a lot of good choices there. But you guys go ahead and have at that and let us know what you think. Boss, who do you think was either the player of the game or who do you think the chat thinks was the player of the game? I see Lily says Asar. I know it was hard. Go ahead.
This is so tough because JD had a double-double, but Dennis let in points and assists. Well, actually Asar let in assists.
Asar, that's why it was tough for me.
Let in points on the bench.
Yep. It's hard.
For me tonight, just because again of the clutchness of his shots, it's gonna be Jenkins.
Okay. Should I replace Kevin Huerter with or Duncan Robinson, one of those two with Asar?
I mean,
it doesn't look like it matters, honestly, because Dennis Jenkins has 96%. So
right.
I don't think it make a difference.
I would have replaced Dunk with Asar only because Asar, like we said, almost recorded a double-double off of rebounds and assists.
That's insane, bro.
And 5 stocks.
That's crazy. A double-double without points that's just silly.
Dunk also got us the basket because during the live, I predicted because throughout the game, guys, each team had only led by at most 7. And once we got to 7, we went back down to 6. And I was like, I think that if we get above 7, we win.
Yep.
I think Dunk hit that 3-pointer that got us above 7, got us to 9. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at y'all for saying AT. It was tough. We spent like 5 minutes like going back and forth between AT and Huerter.
It's hard.
And Dunk. Yeah. And I'm not mad at 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 all though. But I don't think it would have changed because I think we all agreed tonight.
Who has the belt right now?
Ooh. I gotta remember because we lost we won our last game. I'm trying to remember who won. Who got the belt last game, guys? Was it Tobias? I was thinking Tobias too. I think it was Tobias. I remember him going like this.
Who did we play last?
Oh, the Raptors. Right? Was Tobias there? He played last game, didn't he? Yeah, he played last game.
Oh, JD had the last one.
JD had it?
So he has it to give.
The 30 piece. Okay.
Yep, you're right.
So it's probably gonna go from JD to DJ tonight. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
But okay, cool. Was stellar. Yeah.
It's a great feeling to be like, man, who we just beat? We got so many dubs this year. It's hard to keep track. It's a great feeling, man. All right, man. We'll leave it there. We'll check the poll back again later, see if you guys feel any different. But I think it's gonna hold, boss. So we'll see. All right, guys. Without further ado, I know we took a little bit longer to get here. We appreciate y'all,
thank you.
Working through this with us for sure. Boss, let's get to some initial thoughts in this game. I'm gonna kick it to you first. What did you see in this game that stood out to you? Holla at your boy.
Incredibly sloppy first quarter. Incredibly sloppy. The second quarter, I feel like our defense picked up. We had an Asar Thompson block on Conley at the perimeter. That was the one where he went up with his fingertips after he had just scored on the other end.
Yeah.
He blocked Ayo from behind. Like we picked it up there. And I said it in the live, like Minnesota's playing its best game. There's not really much they can adjust on during half. Like they played much better offense. Randall redeemed himself. Naz Reid kind of did, and then he definitely redeemed himself in the second half.
Yeah.
And they're playing good D and good offense. So for us, it was more just like not turning the ball over, getting better shot looks and just playing tighter defense. There was like 5 open threes in the first half. We did beat them in points in the paint.
Points in the paint. I got you.
Yeah, sorry. Points in the paint in the first half. But I was like, as long as we make our adjustments, I feel like we won. And we absolutely did. Tobias went out in the first half, guys, and Wu stepped up and he stepped off offensively and defensively. He was like 0 for 4 in the first half, like badly. Like he had 2 really bad shot threes, like an air ball and a complete brick, and then was missing the mid-range and the floaters. But then in the third quarter, he really stepped it up. And then, like I said, I thought that if we got the lead late in the third or early in the fourth that extended beyond 7 points, we had this game. Because it kind of felt like both teams were like comfortable in that 7-point range to come back. So once we extended it, we were good. They cut it down to like 4 at one point, and then we got up to 11. It was just the back and forth. It was good. But we finished out the game so strong. And the Wolves, with Ant and without Ant, I just don't think that they're like a good team at finishing out games that they're not ahead of. And that was, again, I told you, like, I feel like if Ant was playing, it could have gone 50-50. He would have either like made the game winning shot or he would have shot them out of the game. And so not even considering that he was out, I just feel like when it mattered most, we closed out the game strong. And it's just something, again, that's just reflective of, that's just something we've completely grown on as a team since last year. And the year before, we obviously couldn't close out games because we had 14 wins. Last year was pretty 50-50. And we saw ourselves getting better. And this year, I feel very good about us closing out close games. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. And most of my other notes are just individual, but it was obviously a team effort. And we overcame that. And also, I don't like to use the refs as an excuse at all. But in momentum moments, it just felt like the whistle was favoring the Timberwolves. And I just want it consistent. If you're going to call one thing, you got to call the other. I think in the first quarter ended with the Timberwolves in bonus, and the Timberwolves only had 1 foul called against them. Like it was a little bit off. The first challenge, I think, should have been turned over the way that Ron got pushed and shoved. And so there were just some things that I was like, the refs, I'm not using as an excuse, but they were definitely something we also had to work through in our game, which again is something we're used to this season. It's just being able to play physical. And we're the team that gets called the most for fouls. We're still number 1 in the NBA with most fouls given. And yet we're first in the East because we're able to play through that.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. The officiating was crazy. There was so many calls that the Pistons should have gotten that if it was reversed, I'm like, that's about to be a foul on the Pistons. Like, just obviously. And it's
I'm not going to feed into this too much. But people lost money on half a point late in the game.
That's a great point. Yeah, I feel you, Attila. I see you with the numbers. Okay.
Kevin too.
Kevin too. Yeah, just something to be aware of. I don't because for me it's like it's kind of like ignorance is bliss. Like I kind of just want to enjoy the game and watch the game, the integrity of the game, and that's why I don't. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And that's how I feel because there wasn't like a bunch of these bad calls were earlier in the game. It set the precedent early. I feel like the second half was a little bit better. And like late in the third, like we won by 5 only because they got a steal on an inbound. I don't want to think that was intentional by the Pistons because I genuinely don't think it was.
No, I don't either.
They went up to the ref after and they were like, they were pulling my jersey. Like they were pulling my jersey. So, but while that's there, but I do want to say the refs definitely didn't. It felt like they wanted to keep it close in the first half and they started to even out a bit, but there were just some calls that I was like, for me, and we've talked about this, we foul, but so does the other team. Just call it consistent. So either if you don't want to blow the whistle every 5 seconds, then do no calls. There were a couple of no calls that they did later on, but like it's just like just no call it or keep it consistent on both ends is where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So, we'll leave it there. What's up?
That happened.
They were smashing us in the face. Bro, that was insane.
Oh, a SAR. That's what it was.
Didn't Tink get popped in the face last game? They didn't call nothing. And then tonight, Ron got hit.
And a SAR. A SAR went up and he was on the ground for his dunk.
Bro.
Yeah.
In the words of Kenyatta, that's crazy. Yeah. So for me, like when these two played 5 days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
The defense on the Pistons side was very good.
Yeah.
Very good. They dominated the glass. They turned the Wolves over. They was able to convert that into points, and they also scored a ton of points in the paint, despite Rudy Gobert being. I think they outscored them last game 60-32 in the paint, which was impressive, and that led to them being able to win by 22, despite being outshot at the free throw line again, 33-17. They doubled us up last game at the line, and we still won by 22. It's because we stuck to what our principles are. We played our game. So for me, it was like tonight, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I wanted to see the Pistons do more of the same. I wasn't sure if it was going to be exactly like that because, if we notice that, then the T-Wolves notice that too, and they know that we got to clean that up, right? So as you guys don't like to do, let's just take a look at some numbers and see if the Pistons play to their style. So first things first, points in the paint. Pistons won that battle 54-46. It's pretty good. I like it. Fast break points, they lost that battle 11-20. And tonight, guys, the Wolves tried to flip the script on us. The way we like to play, as far as being able to turn teams over, get stops, and get out and run, is what they were trying to do for us. And they were trying to keep us in the half court all game. We could not get out in transition. To their credit, their transition defense was much better tonight than it was last game.
Agreed.
Much better. They always had jerseys back. They always had guys back. They were not going to allow us to be able to score in transition. So we lost that battle. And it happens sometimes, right? Rebounding, 48-40 for us in our favor. That's a good sign. Free throws, 29-21, I believe, for the Pistons. Or maybe it was 25. I think it was 29-25 for the Pistons. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. 21-29 for the Pistons tonight and 19-25 for the Wolves. So about 76-72%, I think, in their favor, but we shot more, so that's cool. Turnovers, 15-14. That's a wash. 15 isn't great, but it's not terrible. So, and they didn't have a ton less, so that's okay. Assists, 29-22. That's what it's all about. Sharing the basketball. When you don't have your star player, you got to get it done by committee. And they continue. We've seen the previous box scores when Kate hasn't been here. 5 assists, 4 assists, 4 assists, 4 assists, 3 assists. Just up and down the roster, guys just contributing, moving the basketball, getting assists. Finally, stocks, 14-16. We lost that battle, pretty much a wash. Not mad at that. Two good defensive teams. Defensive teams. So I wasn't mad because sometimes, they brought it tonight. They played harder tonight. They just played tougher. They know what happened last game. So, you had to know, even without Ant-Man, even without Jaden McDaniels, they're a good team. They're going to fight. They're going to show some pride. So for me, just watching the game from the eye test now, aside from the box scores and numbers, it was a very competitive game. Very competitive. Very physical. Back and forth game. Very much a back and forth game. The Wolves were very inspired and very motivated coming into this game. Like I said, they remember that 22-point loss in their home that they suffered, that we gave them. We gave them belt by 22 in their home. So they remember that. So I admired the pride they played with. I admired how hard they played with. It was annoying watching it live, but now that we won, like I said, I admired how they played. I feel the Pistons did contribute to their success, though, in this game, because the start of this game, the Pistons, it was decent. They scored the ball well. I think they scored in the first 3 possessions. All 3 different guys scored, which is good. But boss, we always talk about what? The defense. The defensive urgency was not great early, particularly the rebounding, the defensive rebounding, and the transition defense. Tonight, we didn't have great transition defense. Last game, they did it. Tonight, we did it. It was just too often the Pistons were just a step slow, swiping at the ball instead of trying to move their feet. And because they weren't really locked in defensively early, they kept taking the ball out of the hoop, boss. We always talk about that, like, they're just not able to get stops. And they get into this cycle where they let the other team score. Now they're in the half court. Now we can't score. Now they're scoring again. It was a cycle that we just couldn't get out of. Too much in the half court. Way too much in the half court in that first half. And they were just giving up easy points in transition. Letting Terrence Shannon, for example, just have a runaway to the rim. It was so often you would see Terrence Shannon, who I like. I said before the first game, boss, I was saying I like Terrence Shannon. But they were allowing him to get to the rim too easy. Way too easy. Without even fouling him, he was just going to the rim and dunking. I'm like, bro, where's the resistance? Where's the resistance? And on the last play of the first quarter, set me off. They allowed Slow-Mo to get a tip in at the buzzer over 2 Pistons to end the quarter. And that shot is the bucket that actually put them up to win the quarter. They won that quarter because of that last tip in from the most unathletic guy in the court. I'm like, bro, come on, man. What are we doing, bro? Slow-Mo? Come on, man. So that was what I saw from the first 3 quarters, boss. You can chime in what you saw. in those first couple quarters. Go ahead. What you see?
No, I agree completely. The transition defense is a huge part of it. The first person I thought of was Terrence Shannon Jr. Like, he just got back every time. There was no stopping the basketball. But because we couldn't, like, there was one play where they couldn't stop Terrence Shannon Jr. because he had somebody else running with him. So you had to play that in between. Like, the transition defense was way off. Again, like I said earlier too, they were just allowing too many open threes. Their defensive rotations were off, but they eventually made those adjustments. But absolutely, like, man, we have a super chat as well. I had to hop off real quick, but if you want to address the super chat, and then also people are saying that Luka got hurt.
Okay. Oh wow, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's elaborate on that, guys. I'm gonna be real quick, but elaborate on that because I'm curious.
Well, I mean, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Ain't much to really talk about. They was already getting blew out, so they was gonna lose anyway. You're not coming back from down 30 or whatever it was to the Thunder. You know, it's hard to come back from you down 10 to the Thunder, whether you're a home on the road. Like, once they get ahead, they make it hard to come back on you. So Luka probably like, man, I'm done. He probably is not about to exert a bunch of energy after that. Down 40 now, Blackheart. Yeah, they probably just sitting him, bro. They probably just sitting him. If I'm being real, I'm not gonna say for sure because I'm not even watching the game. But I just find it hard to imagine Luka's gonna want to. Knowing Luka the way we know Luka, as great as he is, I don't think he's gonna want to play the rest of this game being down 40. I think in the first half, I just don't see that. But either way, I hope for his sake and for the Lakers' sake, if they're trying to make a run, that he's available because they definitely gonna need him come playoff time for sure. Let's get to this quick super chat, guys. Fonz2317, appreciate you, bro. Says, relate, long-time fan. Keep working, my boy. Boss you the truth as well. Hey, what's going on, Fonz? I appreciate that, brother. Thanks for your support, man. Hey, if you had a comment about this game too, man, let us know, right? For every super chat, we want to at least try to get another comment in here just to show our support and just to let you know that we see you. So thanks again for that, Fonz. I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. Yes, as well.
Yeah,
I'm keeping it real. I'm a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, of course. Y'all know about everybody know about now. Boss is the truth.
But I agree about the Luka stuff that you said too. I'm just curious if you guys are watching it. Like, was it legit or was it like a Tobias Harris, let's rest him now and see what happens next game kind of thing?
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. Lastly, boss, in the fourth quarter, the Pistons stepped it up. They stepped it up. They turned the defense up. That was huge. Just the overall intensity and urgency was just there. And winning time, they stepped up. And here's the interesting thing. This game was close the whole time. But the first three quarters was decided by 1 point. It was a 1 point differential in the first three quarters. Minnesota won the first quarter 31-30. Pistons won second quarter 24-23. Minnesota won third quarter 26-25. And then finally, the Pistons in the fourth quarter got some breathing room and won the fourth quarter 34-28. So even the biggest quarter of a gap was only 6 points.
Wow.
But yeah, the entire game, the biggest lead for the Pistons was 8. The biggest lead for the T-Wolves was 6. So this was a very close game.
We were up by 11.
Or I'm sorry, you're right. We went 11 late. But heading into the fourth quarter, it was 7-6. Heading into the fourth quarter. We blew it open in the fourth quarter. First three quarters, it was 7 for us and 6 for them. So the whole game was just very nip-tuck, very tight game, very close game, hard-fought game without, the stars on both sides. So it's just nice once again to see this young team step it up. I still want to see them try to bring it a little bit more consistently, boss. Through four quarters. I know we're missing Stu. I know we're missing Cade. I know we're missing Tobias. It's a lot to deal with on the fly, right? As far as trying to make adjustments and stuff like that, which I admire the Pistons still doing. It was a little spooky at times offensively because you saw Tobias was missed, right, with his half-court offense. But yeah, I thought overall I was really proud of how this team just continued to battle, boss. So that's all I got for my initial thoughts. You got anything else?
I mean, that's kind of how I feel too, is that I'm not even mad at the way that I wasn't even concerned about them. Like, yes, I didn't want it to be a close game, but the way we've been finishing games lately, I'm not even concerned about the Pistons going into the fourth. It tends to be when they turn it on. And that's exactly the kind of team you want going into just these more important games going into the postseason, is a team that can make the adjustments on the fly, which we have been doing so good at. Like I told you, like I'm so thrilled about how we've been making these halftime adjustments. Am I loving our first halves lately? Not really, but the halftime adjustments I'm absolutely loving because it's telling me that these guys are pulling it together and making it work. And today, again, getting thrown off by Tobias being, injured and out of the game, no matter how much it's just something you're not prepared for. And they adjusted in the short time that they had a break of. And that is all you can ask for in a team that has consistently just adjusted this season.
Yeah. Just finding ways to get it done all season long. Just win, baby. So guys, we are going to now take a look at some box scores and look into this game a little bit deeper. And we are going to start with Tink, right? Yeah. Danish Jenkins in this game, guys. And before we do that, we are going to welcome back our guy, Jeremy Hart, Mr. Coach Hart, who is the player development coach for our guy Tink, Danish Jenkins. What up, though, my homie? How you doing, bro?
What's up, baby? How y'all doing?
We good, man. We over here just, trusting y'all work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how was that game? And I know you in town, bro. How was it watching him up close do his thing?
Hey, first of all, I like that beanie you got right there, man.
Thanks, bro.
I gotta see where I can get that from. That's pretty nice.
I got you. I'm gonna get you one.
Beanie. Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate it.
For sure.
I appreciate it. No, it was amazing. It was amazing seeing the game up close and seeing him do his thing. It was a blessing. I was happy. I was able to be here, and it was a great time.
Y'all dropped some fire emojis in the chat for Coach Hart, man. He's been with us, rocking with us, man, since we've been doing this. We've been rocking with him and Tink. I've been watching Tink, as you guys know, since Summer League of last year, and I was like, why is he even here, bro? How did this dude not get drafted? Like 60 picks, and none of them go to Tink. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? Like, we know that guard over there in Houston who got drafted third, who he's better than, who he took personally in the words of MJ and went to work on him in Summer League. If y'all remember spotting this shot, hitting threes in his face, just showing him I should have been drafted ahead of you. But we ain't gonna go there. All right? Y'all already know. I done talked about that at length on this show. Y'all already know what it is. But yeah, man. So I'm happy for you because you got a chance to see up close and get a chance to watch him up close. Now that you here and getting a chance to see him, it had to be nice for you just being able to just see some of the work that you guys have put in start to pay off. Long way to go, of course, but it had to be nice for you just to be able to see him up close and watch him do his thing. Yeah, go ahead.
It was a major blessing. Anytime you could, be alone with somebody for this long on their journey and see all his hard work, all his sacrifice, all the things he had to overcome and endure, seeing it up close. It always do something to me. Obviously, I know he's an NBA player. I know he's who he is. But for us to go through the things that we've been through together, as the human aspect of me, it gets me a little emotional at times because I know how much it took to get here. But we can't do nothing but thank God, man. God has had his hands on me. Has had his hands on him, and we're gonna continue to give him the glory and the praise.
I always go back to when way before, even when he was in college, before he got to St. John's, before Iona, and you said you were selling people like, yeah, bro, he a high level player. And he was like, all right. And then by the time they realized it was like, hey, Jay, yeah, coach, you like, yeah, sorry. Y'all had your chance. We out of here. It's time to move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but when you spend so much time with someone, you get the
there you go. I think you on mute.
On and off the court, so I knew what he was about.
Right.
So I was willing to put my name on him. Wherever I went or whoever I talked to, from a coaching staff perspective. So, I just knew whoever got him, would be lucky to have him, and he continues to prove me right. So, I appreciate him for that. Continuing to prove me right
on a lower level, because obviously it starts with you two. But I feel like he's kind of proving us right here too, because we've been campaigning for him for a couple years, and it's just nice to finally, now people are starting to come around, bro. Like people in the chat now, like, yeah, you was right, Deuce. You was right, boss. Yeah, y'all was talking about Tink, man, and now here he is doing this thing. It's like we told y'all, man. We was trying to tell y'all, man.
Yeah.
So
and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of of just life and that alone, basketball, just going through your life and being able to prove to you not much so prove to others, but to prove yourself right. That's all I ever wanted for him, was for him to prove himself right. And he continues to do that. But Well, I'm always go back to the good Lord, man. That good book says
Yes.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you believe, and I
Yes.
think, his story, his journey is exactly that. So,
Yeah.
he gonna continue to inspire and inspire millions of kids that's coming
Right.
and having to go that route and believe in themselves and as we both always say, be the turtle. The turtle,
Mm-hmm.
so the turtle will always win the race.
Right. It's a marathon. Trust your work, baby.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what it
Yes,
is,
sir.
man. So I
Yes,
ain't
sir.
gonna keep you, bro. I just wanted to have you pop on, show you some love as we always try to do because you show us love. Y'all been showing us love, man. So I gotta make sure we always show it back to you. I couldn't be happier, bro, for what you guys are doing. I know Tink has a long way to go. He's just getting started. Ceiling is super high. And I know you were saying the same thing I was thinking before. It's like he's a starter somewhere. And I think he's good enough at some point once he gets enough experience and time here to be an all-star. But I'm like, I
Yeah.
hope he's able to stay here with us first. I'm greedy. I want him to stay here because I'm looking what he's doing for this team. I'm like, man,
Yeah, no
I want to
doubt.
keep him here. But hopefully he's
Hey,
able to
I
stay and get a chip or something with us. Go ahead, bro.
no doubt, no doubt. I mean, we just gotta be where our feet are. Shit, we're trying to go
Facts.
out and win a championship right now,
Facts.
and it takes steps to do that. You gotta finish the regular season strong,
Yeah.
go into the playoffs, get to their first round, and take it step by step. But the goal is to win a championship. So we're
Yeah.
gonna do that, and then see where the chips fall. But I know I like Detroit. I like Detroit. I know he do too. I like Detroit. It's cool. It's cool out here. I like it.
I'm glad to hear that, bro.
Good.
Last thing, and I'm gonna let you go, man. It's just been really nice to see him in clutch moments continue to get the job done
Yep.
all
Mhm.
year. At times when he was hitting buzzer tying threes against the Wizards, when he was hitting the half court buzzer beater against the
Mhm.
Sixers, when he was playing big minutes, when K was out against the Bulls, just every
Mhm.
time in clutch moments he steps up. And then for him to have to go through something like getting DNPs thereafter, when he should have been continuing, in my opinion, to keep playing and to get DNPs or to play 5 minutes a game and then to come back, thrust into action again and do it again. Like it's either in you or it's not. And it's
Yeah.
clear that it's in him. So I'm happy to be to see him when he gets the opportunity. Stay ready, first of all, because that's something you always preach. Stay ready. And then when the moment is there, take advantage of it. And like he did it again tonight. Put the team on his back offensively, was getting buckets, his glassers, dribble drive, pull, rise, just getting it done, just getting the
Yeah.
job done. So I'm just
Yeah.
happy for your sake, bro. I'm happy for his sake that you guys have had the opportunity and now he's taking advantage of it. Now he's getting the national media attention. They starting to recognize. So salute to you, bro. Salute to both of you guys, man. Salute to all y'all.
Absolutely.
Man, appreciate you guys. You guys been showing love since the beginning, since he got to Detroit, and it's that's what it's about. And
Yeah.
I don't forget that type of stuff. Y'all been rocking with us and rocking with him since
Yeah.
he started summer league. So that's
Yeah.
major shout out to y'all for
Thank you.
for seeing his talent and encouraging, being encouraged by sending him encouragement and
Yeah.
things like
Always.
that. We appreciate it. We
Look,
Yeah, man.
appreciate
It ain't
it.
hard to see. It ain't like we just
when
had some special eyes and we could just like it ain't hard to see anyway.
Yeah.
like
But it's not easy because everybody you're an undrafted player, stuff like that, and people don't know who you are. A lot of
Yeah.
guys been undrafted. It's not that many undrafted guys that get in this position, and we
Mm-hmm.
understand that, and I try to help him be mindful of knowing that you're in a position that everybody don't get to be in. So it's a 1% league. 1% of people make it to this league, and to get to this league undrafted,
Right.
having to go through the things that you have to go through. Don't ever forget that, because if you
100%.
don't, you keep that chip on your shoulder and keep that hunger, no matter
That's
how
right.
much success that you have.
Yeah,
Exactly. Go ahead,
absolutely.
boss.
And Detroit is one of the things. I mean, like we Ben Wallace was undrafted as well. Like we
Facts.
know that there is talent where there is undrafted, but some people underestimate the talent that either goes undrafted or is in the G League. These guys, there's a lot of guys coming up from it, and we're just so lucky that again, Minnesota, when they came out earlier this season saying that they were looking for a point guard, I was fearful. I was like, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna call Trajan.
Man,
I would. They're gonna call Trajan for Dana's.
Stay over there.
Yeah, I was like, stop it. They got Io, which Io's working out well there too. But I'll still take Dana's over Io. I props to them both right now for the career trajectory. But like, it had me worried. It had me when I found out Trae Young wanted to leave Atlanta. I was like, Atlanta, don't you dare.
Nah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we got the best backup in the league.
Yeah,
easy. Ain't no question. Ain't no question. Like when you see him go up against starters and do work.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's definitely at least the best backup in the league.
Yeah.
There ain't no question about it. He's ready. Boy's ready, man.
Name another one. Name another playoff bound team right now that has a rookie that's producing like Dana says. You can't.
Facts. You can't. Don't exist, man.
Nope.
Yeah. So we know what it is, Coach. You know that we talk all, we talk about it, so we know what it is. And you're getting a great, they showing a lot of love in the chat too for Tink, man. They like period, Coach. We know what's up. I love the Jenkins story. I'm like Blackheart. I'm not the biggest guy. I play point guard at a much lower level. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the biggest guy. Always had to guard the bigger guards and try to get an edge and be yapping and all that stuff. So I love an underdog story, bro. But he ain't no underdog no more, bro.
Nope.
Like them days is done. It's time for him to elevate, and he's doing it right now. So
absolutely.
Shout out to y'all, bro. I appreciate you for taking a minute to come on. Anything else you want to say, bro? Much love, bro. We appreciate it, man. Tell Dennis we said great game for the nasty dog.
Absolutely.
All right, man. We're going to go ahead and call it, guys. I think he's having some technical difficulties, but we appreciate Coach Hart for always showing love, man. Great dude, man. Really good dude. So happy for him and Tink, man. The things they've been able to do so far in a short period of time. And I'm happy for him, man. I'm really happy to see the journey really starting to pay off from Iona, like we talked about, to St. John, even before Iona. But Iona, when he started building a name for himself, St. John's with Coach Patino, Summer League, G League, balling out over there, just continuing to keep his head down and put in that work. And it's finally starting to get to a point where he's on a big stage and he's cashing it in. And that'll happen.
And even we saw it on the live chat, even we were just like, Danis isn't doing his best. Without his plays, we wouldn't have won. Like we wouldn't have won this game, or we would have, we wouldn't have won it comfortably. They wouldn't have been having to foul us to get back into the game, sort of deal.
100%.
Because he came in the clutch when he just thrives the best there, and I'm not gonna be mad at that at all.
100%, man. 100%. So, boss, let's get to some box score numbers for Tink, and then we'll keep pushing. So, guys, in this game, Tink Jenkins finished with 26 points on 9 for 19 shooting, 2-2 from 3. I told y'all 3 balls coming back. 6-7 from the line. I'll take that. 5 boards, 8 assists to 1 turnover, guys. Y'all know I love that turnover ratio. Y'all know I'm big on that, but that's usually what he does. He takes care of the basketball. And 37 minutes, guys, which led the team. Once again, no surprise there. He's the only true point guard on this team right now, and the Pistons need every minute of it. So, boss, I'm going to kick it to you. What did you see in this game from Tink? What stood out to you? Holla at your boy.
Look, he started the game off strong. Again, the 3-point line was kind of his best friend today.
Yep.
I will just say the one negative, I don't know what the floaters were. They were completely.
Yeah, it was coming up short.
They were air balls or they were short. Yeah, it was like, is your vision okay? Like I don't understand, but again, he still finished, at 48. Almost 48% shooting.
Almost 50% shooting.
Yeah, 8 assists to 1 turnover. I will take that any day.
Absolutely.
Any day.
Absolutely.
Also, I just want to say in a very physical game, Danis had 0 fouls.
Wow.
Danis played for 37 minutes and had 0 fouls, which means the guys he was guarding, like an Io, like a Dante, like the guys he was switched on the perimeter, he did a very good job against. Yep. 5 rebounds also I'm not going to overlook because it's fourth most of the game, but still like I just talked about how Io DeSumo did a triple-double for the Wolves the other day. And they kind of just super rely on him. And a lot of that was also his boards, but Danis, came in clutch with not only shooting and facilitating, but also his boards because those matter. As we know, this is not something that we let up on. So incredible game from him. He had, again, the clutch points late, and his even though his midi game and his floater game was off for 90% of the game, in the 10% that it mattered, he nailed them. And at the end, in the fourth,
I mean, 6 for 7 from the line.
When it mattered,
I'm taking that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But when, well, that's 6 or 7 free throws. But I'm talking about his midi game. His
the midi game. My bad. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. When in the 10% that it mattered, was the end of the game, and he got two possessions back to back, or at least very close together, that he sunk one at the free throw line and one more in the mid range, and he got it. And those were just, swish hoop net only. So again, he just really comes through in the clutch, and he had some clutch free throws towards the end as well. The 3-game 2 of 2, you can't complain about. I do wish he was able to get a few more up, but again, with his 8 assists, you can just see that he was facilitating at that point when he was behind the line. So he could have had, a lot more points if his usual floater fell. It was just off tonight, but he made up for it in so many other ways. Yeah. So I'm not going to get mad at him. 26, 5 and 8 is definitely
nothing to complain about.
Yeah. And again, our leading scorer in this game. That's awesome.
We've seen those are comparable to Cade numbers.
Yeah.
26, 8 assists, and 5 boards. Like that's Cade stuff. True. Like they're different players, but I'm saying it just shows what he's capable of being able to do. Because you could say, it's the system. They're running the same. That's fine. But there are a lot of players that get an opportunity to play in a system and they don't take advantage of it, or they're just not capable of being able to do it. He's capable of being able to do it because we're seeing him do this continuously now. And all he needed was just consistent opportunity, not to where you make a mistake and now you're looking at the bench like, am I about to get pulled at the next, what I'm like? Yeah. No, he know he's going to play. He's playing the most. He's playing more than anybody because he's the only point guard and because they trust him. That's the key. Like I always say, when he got the ball, boss, I'm like this. Go ahead, do your thing,
exactly. Bro. That's what Heisenberg said here. He said, I breathed a sigh of relief when they fouled him late.
Facts.
I was frustrated JD missed his clutch free throws, but I knew Danis was going to step up and knock him down. And if 100%. You saw some of his mid-range, he was 3 of 4 at one point, not spot on. But like you said, no matter what, late in the game, you're chilling.
Give the ball. Yeah. Pass to Will. For all my Fresh Prince fans. Pass to Will. Yeah. Give him the ball. GVA said, y'all connected us with people like Coach. When you hear the national media just come through with him, it's good to have this channel to know the real deal. Yeah, man, we're going to give you that real, bro. And that's why we appreciate, Coach Hart coming on, because he's connected. He knows Tank. You know what I mean? So he can give us the real, not just the media press or the narratives they try to push or the clickbait. We ain't here for all that. We here for the hoops. The genuine hoops. That's all we care about. So we appreciate the GVH. We're going to try to keep doing that. And we appreciate Coach for being gracious enough to give us that for sure. Appreciate that. But yeah, the clutch play. It's been plenty of games he's done this. Not just the buzzer beaters. But I forgot who we played against earlier this year where he actually drew the foul on a 3-ball at half court when we were down 3. First, he had to draw the foul. You got to be brave to be able to take that shot to know that they're going to be able to call it. So because if they don't call it, it's like it's a bad shot, game over.
It was another
youngin. Y'all probably remember.
It was another youngin.
Yeah, he drew the foul and then went to the line and made all 3 free throws. No problem. So
it was
who was it? It was Cleveland. It was Cleveland. That's what Abraham said. It was Cleveland when Kate was out.
Jalen Tyson.
Yes. Yes. So just the heads up play, because that's a brave play to do it in that spot, right? Because you got to know the foul's coming. And if they don't call it, it's a bad shot and it's game over. Everybody looking at you like, bro, what you doing? But he knew it was coming and he timed it right to be able, because they could have easily said on the floor. He timed it right, got it off, and then hit the 3 free throws. So like he's just ready. He's just always ready. And Michael Moore, high basketball IQ. Yes. And that's because of him. And that's because of Coach Hart. So that's all I got on them. I could go all night. Y'all know I get hyped talking about Tank, man, and talking about Coach Hart. Those are my guys. I really mess with them guys for sure, because of how they take the game seriously and because of who they are as people. They good dudes. Man. So, all right, guys, we'll leave it there, boss. Let's get this quick super chat in. Guru 0509 says, Beef Stew got to stop skipping leg day. All his injuries are lower body. We need him for the playoffs. One more win for the 1 seed Detroit basketball. Yes, sir, Guru. Yeah, man, I'm just happy he's getting time off the chill. Like last year, he got hurt at the worst time. So I'm sure this year they're going to make sure that he's more than healthy
Absolutely.
by the time he comes back. And I'm just hoping it's not really a rest or a rust over rest thing, which is why I hope they bring him back a few games before the playoffs start, because we get a week off between the last game of the season and the playoffs. Yeah. So I would like to see them maybe bring him back a few games before, let him get reacclimated, get into a lather, get his rhythm back, and then rest. And then playoff game 1, he's ready to go. Fresh, ready, along with Cade, same thing. It could be a blessing in disguise because we get those guys rested and we get guys like Tink an opportunity to be able to play in these big moments. So he's even more ready when the playoff comes if we need him, if there's foul trouble, if there's another injury, knock on wood. He's just ready. We know he's ready, but the playoff, the regular season experience can really help him for those playoffs. So it's just great all around. I love it. So that's all I got, boss. We can keep pushing from there. But Guru, I appreciate the comment, bro. Appreciate you. All right, boss, let's keep pushing. Go ahead.
And the
what you got?
Oh,
for sure. Yeah, and the donation. 100%. Yeah, we appreciate you, bro. All y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all got money. Y'all got money. Get it all for him. All right, guys, let's keep pushing, man. Let's go now, boss, to Duncan Robinson, guys. Duncan Robinson in his game finished with, boss, 15 points on 5 for 11 shooting, 3-7 from 3, 2-2 from the line, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal in 29 minutes. Boss, what'd you see from Dunk in this game, or from Dunk in this game?
Yeah, I'm not mad. 3 of 7. You know, I want to see him closer to 4, but he took a couple late in the game. But like he made one that was very important for momentum and the swing of games. And you just saw him like whoo down the court. You saw everybody cheering on. Like it just looks so Detroit of him. Like and we talked about it a little bit because we discussed like Herter had a fantastic game as well, and they play similar positions. And you've discussed starters, bench, whatever. And late in the game, especially in the fourth, to close out the game, we saw them on the floor together. And I didn't hate it because I think that Dunk was in it. And I get it. But I think that coach also recognized that Dunk was in it. And if he wasn't in, he wouldn't have hit those shots. He would have he had some really clutch assists and playmaking late in the game. So Dunk, I just want to say he came in clutch. His fourth quarter was the best quarter of the game, and he did a very good job. There wasn't anything necessarily that was detrimental. He did have 5 fouls, which they did just learn to target him this game, but I'm not going to complain about that too much because the past month, I want to say they've done a much better job as a team of switching, but we haven't seen him with 5 fouls. And even though Dunk is targeted, you don't see him foul out. Like he's still going to get the job done in the way he can. And some of the fouls that he got today were just momentum stopping fouls. Like he stopped some guys at the rim by swiping down, and he admitted it. Like he had some good fouls. He had a couple on Gobert, and Gobert is not a good free throw shooter. You're going to get 50% from him at the bare minimum, at the maximum. I don't even know the last time he made 2 in a row, So, and he only played, he played less than 29 minutes, which, it's fine for a guy who, in a game that we need defense, but he came in and stepped up at big moments. So I'm not going to complain about Duncan's game tonight. I understand that, he wasn't late. I was curious because I also feel like LeVert had a pretty good game, and I thought that he could have played more in the fourth as well off of Herter. But again, that's kind of when Duncan stepped it up. So in the big moments, he understood his role on the court and he performed it very well. So my favorite too was in the fourth quarter, he had a very clutch pass to an Asar Thompson dunk, which was just very fun and momentum gaining as well. So that was the one that AT got slapped across the face, I think. Duncan, saw the floor well. That was the one that was in traffic where I was like, that was risky. But then you see the replay and it actually wasn't risky, but from like seeing the play, like it was, because it's like Asar didn't start cutting until Dunk threw the pass.
Right.
Like Dunk just kind of threw it up. I was like, Asar was like, I'll go get that.
You kind of just let him there. It looked like,
Right. And in those moments, you don't want to cause a turnover or anything. So it really paid off. So he had a big, I say overall, stat line aside, Duncan played a big role in our momentum and energy to close out the game. That's what I give him. Yeah.
I like that. Micklemore says he's been playing better since Herter started getting it going. He played like that. We winning it all.
Yeah,
Gravity is crazy. Less zones. Can't wait till K get back. We ready. Chris says one of the 3 Musketeers, Duncan, Karras, and the Red Skull, a.k.a. what is that, Velvet? Are stepping their play up for the playoffs, it seems. It's a great, and last one, Devon says, Before I go, Pistons are the number 1 team without having a bunch of good defenders. Imagine this team when they get real two-way guys. Remember, this is the beginning, 60 wins season, mostly not RP. Yeah, you get it, bro. This is nowhere near RP. Our window is just opening. It's just opening. And this is for us to be doing this in what Trajan called an evaluation season is scary. Like the runaway the next 4 or 5 years looks very promising. Very promising for us to be doing this already. But that's a credit to coach. That's a credit to these guys buying into what coach is saying. Because even if they're not defensive guys, they're playing defense. And that's what you want. That's what you want. So I agree. I like Boss how he mixed it up. He tried to mix it up. You know, we know he's a dead-eye shooter. He's trying to continue to put the ball on the floor and just be a threat as far as with his playmaking. It's not always there for him. Sometimes he doesn't make the right decision. It's okay. But I just like how he's just not trying to be a bit player. He's trying to give us a little bit more. That's a good thing. The lob pass was crazy. I don't think I've seen him do that all year.
Insane.
As far as just on time, on target, in that spot, in that situation. He was hyped too. You saw him barking and yelling and pounding his chest. That's what I want to see. I love it. I love it. It's just because we don't usually see him doing that kind of stuff. Luka has no contact. Oh man.
No.
Wow. Is it where was it located, bro?
People are saying they said hamstring, but it was no contact. So
that's the worst time for that. Wow.
Sorry. Thanks for the update because I was just wondering because I haven't seen a replay, nothing. Like, oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be at least a few weeks at best if it's a hammy like that. That's tough, man.
I despise the Lakers, but I don't want that. You know, I want good competition in the playoffs.
Yeah. Whew. I know. Miles, you just started point over here too, bro. Where I'm at. Same thing. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that pass was amazing. Incredible pass, man. He put it right on the money. And you have more room for error when you lob into his R because he can go jump off a trampoline and go get it as long as you don't put it over the backboard. But still, he put it right on target, and that was good to see there. He had a huge fourth quarter 3-ball that also really helped stem their tide. That they was trying to mount a little comeback late in the fourth quarter, and that 3 was huge. I just loved how into this game he was, boss. Like he was just really just into it, like barking, pounding his chest, looking like he was from here, the way he was, just the attitude he had, you know? So it makes me feel like guys like Tink, guys like Ron, guys like Stu and Kate are rubbing off on him. And Savage Rules is just, they're rubbing off on him. And that's a great sign. As far as how he's playing defense, and also just as far as his approach. The dog is starting to come out more with Dunk. So Heat culture is cool, but Detroit culture is where it's at. And y'all know what it is, bro.
Exactly. That's just where I'm just excited to see what he's doing, you know, in terms of just fitting into this team. And you can tell that he's buying in. Like it just looks very fun. And I didn't get to see it, but I just saw that I think our guy Eric Vincent asked about Duncan's growth in the post-game interview. So I'm excited to hear that. Because obviously if we're noticing it, they're noticing it. So he just really, again, stepped up in big moments, which is what you want from our guys. Yeah. And just took advantage of his minutes out there on the floor. And it's really just buying into this team and what we need from a guy if he's going to be out there for long.
Right. Yeah. I agree, boss. By the way, another one bites the dust. We talked about Cade. We talked about
that's if he misses. That's if he
misses more time, along with Tyrese Maxey.
Okay, Luka will get it to change. Luka's gonna be the one.
Right. He's gonna unfortunately it's gonna take Luka. It ain't gonna be Tyrese, unfortunately. It ain't gonna be Cade, unfortunately. It's gonna have to be the golden child who wears the golden jersey.
Wow.
So that's crazy. Yeah, something's gotta be done about that. It has to be. I like what they're trying to do as far as cutting down on load management and guys just missing games, because a lot of times fans only get to go to one game.
Right.
And if you're not there, so I understand in theory, but they have to tweak that because there's too many guys, too many stars who would have been all NBA that are not going to be able to be. Go ahead.
We said this about Maxey. We said this about Ant. We said this about Cade. Their teams would not be where they are in the playoffs right now without them. And Luka as well is in that group.
Yep.
And so there's got to be something different. It's got to, and I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
But
maybe 60.
It's okay to admit that something doesn't work. They tried something that a lot of people were on board with. I was on board with,
Yep.
And now it's not working.
Well,
when the best players in the league aren't able to qualify for awards.
Yeah. The good thing about it, as far as why I think it can be modified, is it's brand new. I think this first started in 2023 or 2024. So it's not like it's been a decade long or decades long where it's like, are we really gonna do this? It's brand new. So it shouldn't be too hard since it's brand new to make a change like that.
Whether it's minutes or percentage of points or something.
Yeah, minutes is good. I like how you said minutes for sure. Until he play 1 second the next 2 games. So they'll throw the tip. Go sit down.
Yeah, they need 20. You need to have 20 minutes per game though. But that's my whole thing is like Cade. When Cade went out, he had almost 700 more minutes than Wemby, who is still eligible. Which Wemby, I'm not trying to say Wemby shouldn't be eligible. He should be, but so should other guys. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Said. I like that minutes idea. That might be what they have to go with, just to make it more.
I think it should be like minutes. I think it should be weighted, like minutes and player vote.
Okay. Maybe both.
The players should have a call too. I think the players should be like, nah, this guy had a devastating season-ending injury near the end of the season, but he played amazingly against us. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Players Association probably gonna work something out with the league with that for sure. I can see that happening. Or 60 game. Yeah, whatever they do, bro. It's got to be something. And it's okay. Like it sucks for the guys who have to deal with it because of right now. But I think it'll be good for the league going forward.
It's the late season injuries that are really devastating.
It's the late season injuries because we want to see good playoff basketball. That's you know what I mean.
All these guys. Yep.
I agree. All right, guys, let's keep pushing, man. Boss, let's go now to Asar, Tasmanian, backbone of the defense, defensive player of the month for the second time, Thompson. Guys, tonight Asar finished with 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 1 or 2 from the line, 9 boards, 9 assists. To 1 turnover, 9-to-1 turnover ratio for Asar. We talked about Tink and his 8-to-1. Asar said, "Hey, hold my beer, bro. I'm a one up you." And he had 9-to-1. That's great stuff right there. 2 steals and 3 blocks for 5 more stocks. This is why he's a defensive player of the month, guys. This is why he is in talk for DPOY if it wasn't for the alien over there in San Antonio. But he did all that, guys, in 31 minutes, boss. Take off. I see you chomping at the bit over there.
With the alien, I think there was one crossover, at least one. Has there been a crossover for MVP and Depoy?
What do you mean, as far as winning both in the same season or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 3 guys who have won MVP and Depoy. MJ did it.
Okay.
Hakeem did it.
Okay.
And Giannis did it. Those are the only 3 guys ever to win MVP and Depoy in the same year.
Okay. And here's the thing. I can see Wemby doing it. I still think Shea's the favorite. If not, I still think Jokic should get it for averaging a triple-double in 2 years in a row. Yeah. But I could see it. You know, he's still a favorite. But anyways, I wouldn't be mad if Wemby won Depoy because he's obviously been playing a cripple defense. But what Asar is doing without the alien features is nuts.
I know. Without
it's crazy. And 3 for 6. He started off slow, guys. He got it going. He got all of his points in the 4th. All 7 points from the 4th.
That's right.
When it
mattered, he had 1 point. Didn't he have 1 point going into the 4th or something like that?
You're right.
The free throw or something like that?
Free throw early. Right. He got our first point of the game with the free throw.
Right.
So 6 points in the 4th when it because he ended with the half with 1 point on 0 for 0 field goals. And then he ended with 3 for 6. And I'm not mad at that at all. He had like one turnaround that was, hit the rim, which was a little flat. Like nothing was egregious. Nothing was wrong. He took he took the correct shots when he should have. But that was like kind of like last game. All of his points were in 1 quarter. Like he's just been turning it on when we need him to.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in the second, he had that block on the Conley shot on the perimeter where he had scored on one end, and then Conley was wide open. And Asar got there just in time to tip it with his little fingertips. Tipped it. He did a leap. And the replay is just like, how did you get that high?
How did you get there, bro?
How did you get there and get that high? Insanity. And he had the block on. I was saying he had the block on Iota Sumo from behind in the second as well.
Yes.
That was big. He just, and then again, turned it on late, got the dunk. I was so I mean, 9 rebounds and 9 assists and 5 stocks. Beautiful game. But I was hoping he'd get like a rebound to like.
That'd have been crazy. You said that. You said he may have a double-double without scoring 10 points.
That would have been insane. He led. Look, Jenkins had 8 assists. I always say I want the point guards to have the most.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, fault him at all for having 8 assists. But Asar Thompson had 9.
Yeah.
Asar Thompson had 9 assists. And you know what? The other things in the first half, our offense seemed a little discombobulated because it kept ending up with Asar and Duren high and everyone else low. And so I think Asar could have done a little bit more damage points-wise if the rotation worked out in his favor a little bit. But I'm not – I mean, 7 – I wanted to see him – I think I said at halftime, I was like, he had 1 point, and I was like, if he gets to 6, I'm happy. So he got to 7. And then made up for the lack of scoring in every other conceivable way. 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. 1 of 2 free throws. So his only free throws came early in the game. And like you said, 1 turnover. And also, I just want to point this out because this is a guy that got, kind of criticized for the way he defended in the playoffs round 1 last year, fouling out a couple times. 2 fouls. 2 fouls in a very whistle-friendly game towards the Wolves. So, he also had our biggest plus-minus. I know that doesn't matter, but I'm going to point it out when I see it come from a guy that wasn't necessarily a huge offensive presence.
Right.
To be our biggest
that's major because it's like, how are you able to do that? Yeah.
Right. The defense.
Exactly, which is who we are. Some quick comments, boss, I want to get to here. 313 Kurt says, if Asar is ranked higher on defense than Amen is on offense, does that mean Asar is better? Ooh, interesting point there, bro. I'm not going to say for sure, but I like where your mind is going. I like where your mind is going because it's like, especially after what Wemby said not too long ago about basketball being 50-50 as far as defense and offense. I think it's a conversation, bro. I don't know I think it's definitely a conversation. And here's why. Because Beastly Arrow says Wemby may be better, but he is not guarding the other team's best player every game. That's why I think it's a conversation for Asar. Because he guards the best player on every game. And he's still in like the 90th percentile, 95th percentile defensively while guarding the best player every game.
Yeah.
I could see if he was guarding a 3-and-D guy every game, then it don't really mean as much. But guarding the best offensive threat who usually is probably going to have a nice or friendly whistle and being able to still do that's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. So BCL, that's a really good comment. And 313 Kurt, you may be on something there, bro. Go ahead, boss.
I like it. I just want to say real quick, just based on what I've seen from him, man, I haven't looked at his numbers outside of it. But again, I've been to a couple of Rockets Nuggets games. It's just what I've seen. I think he has the better split. Okay. But I think Asar does lean better on like Amen is good at the 50-50, but Asar is like very good at one thing. Like Amen he's a good defender, but he's not extremely good at offense. Where like Asar is extremely good at defense.
Right.
Kind of thing.
So you think the gap is bigger, maybe? The gap may be a little bit bigger as far as defense to offense?
Amen has a good 50-50.
Okay.
But he's not necessarily leaning fantastic in either way, which is fine because he provides a good 50-50.
Right.
But Asar is leaning fantastically in one direction.
I agree.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. So it's pick your poison. It's gonna be fun to watch them both progress. We talked to Detroit, their older brother, about those two and how they're a lot more similar than what people think. And he thinks we're gonna see more of that come out for sure going forward. So I thought it was great. Devin says, "What up, bro, Devin?" Devin says, "What up, though? Just got back from the game. Had a great time. We run the East." Yes, sir, man. By the way, guys.
Hat. I was like, I need to go online and buy it right now. He bought the Detroit Pistons playoffs.
Oh, yeah. That hat is dope.
I saw it in the store. I was like, they better have that online. If it's not online, Deuce or one of you guys, you got to scoop that for me. Because I need it. It's nice.
we gonna get you one when you come here.
Yeah, true.
That's how we're going to do that. We're going to make that happen for sure. But yeah, Devin, we agree, bro. We run the East, man. Everybody saying Boston is Boston. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. They'll see. They'll see when it comes to playoff time. Doms, guys, appreciate you, bro. Dom says, in my humble opinion, Wemby is remarkable and a defensive deterrent in the paint. But what Asar does and is tasked with is more difficult than Wemby. Wemby just needed to be on the floor. Right. And that's kind of what we're saying as far as guarding the best player, being able to switch 1 through 4. He guarded everybody tonight, from Mike Conley to Ayo Dosunmu to Dante DiVincenzo to Terrence Shannon to Nas Reed, yep. Julius Randle. He literally was guarding everybody not named Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Everybody. And making it tough for everybody. It's insane, the things he's able to do. And once again, guarding the best player. Listen, Wemby, remember that shot where Wemby, he's done a lot of times, but where he's close, where he has to come help and pack the paint, help out, and the pass goes to the corner, and he's like, he ain't gonna get there. How in the world did he get there?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Outside of him, like, Asar doesn't have that length, but he comes close to being able to cover as much ground as Wemby because of his ability to get up off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wemby is long, and he's athletic for his size. He can get there just off the length, but he's not really getting there off of his verticality. He can get up for a guy that size, but Asar makes up for that lack of wingspan that Wemby has with his vertical jump, gliding in the air. With him, it looks like he's not going to get there, and then he gets there. With Wemby, it's like you can see how big he is, and it's like he might get there just because he's long. But when you see Asar just jump off the trampoline and get there, it's like, what in the world? Huh? So like I'm gonna say he covers as much ground because he's given up like 7 or 8, 9 inches to Wemby, but it's close. Yeah. It's close. Just off the strength of his athleticism, bro. It's insane. It's crazy.
Like you can't look. Wemby is just a terrible person to compare anybody to because he is just so. But he's so young. He's still like I told you. My theory is that he'll have these great years, and then people will figure out how to defend him, and he'll have a couple off years, and then he'll just figure out how to work on that and take off. Like that's just kind of how it happens with superstars. But but like just to be in that combo,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
for sure. So that's all I really got on the Asar, man.
Just real quick.
Oh my gosh, bro. I'm glad I was saying during the live watch party, because they segued to the Lakers game right after. I was like, all right, boss, let's finish up this live watch so we can get to the post game and try to catch the rest of this game. I'm happy we didn't. Yeah. I'm happy I didn't. I wouldn't be sick because of what we said earlier about tonight and everything, but it wouldn't have made my day better to watch this game. So thank you guys for letting us know that it played out that way.
Yes.
We ain't gotta endure that. Thank you guys for that for sure. But yeah, Asar was great, man. Just all around, just play. Swiss Army knife activity tonight. Behind the back passes to JD. Like just having fun. We always say, just play your game, bro. Don't think.
Yep.
Don't think. The midi game wasn't falling for him tonight. I'm okay with that. Take them.
Mm-hmm.
Take them. They were good shots. It just didn't fall. Work your way out. Build confidence. The 3-ball is not a thing for him right now. Don't have to be. If it's there, obviously you take it 1 or 2 a game at most. Cool. But the midi game for him is where he's comfortable offensively. So just stay there. Off-ball movement, cutting, things like that. A little facilitating here and there. Just get in where you fit in, bro. That's the unpredictability of Asar Thompson. A lot how Tayshaun Prince did in the sense of just kind of doing a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree, Maddie. I love Asar's game. Can't wait to see him. He's going to be huge in the playoffs this year, bro. He's going to be huge in the playoffs this year, man. So, all right, guys. Yeah, we are ready, man. We ready, Micklemore. We ready, man. We hooping. Boss, let's keep it pushing so we don't make this show 4 hours tonight.
It's too early. Not even to the reserves.
Man, we ain't even there yet. Right. Let's try to expedite this just a little bit. Let's go to Uncle T, guys. Tobias Harris in this game. Finished with only 2 points. He got hurt. Only played 6 minutes. He made his only shot. Only had 1 assist in limited minutes. Boss, what'd you see from Tobias in 6 minutes of play?
Yeah, he made his only shot. He had a huge game against them last time. It was definitely an adjustment when he left. I think that's why, again, we just kind of struggled in the first half because we were playing mostly half-court offense, which is where he thrives. It was a bummer to see. It looked like a kneaded knee, and then it looked like a kneaded thigh. So I'm hoping it's just like a deep cramp, and they're just like, bro, just chill. Yeah. We can't afford to lose you before the playoffs. Or I'm hoping it's just like a bone bruise, something that
ice tub.
Just get your rest, get all that through. Because especially coming Saturday against the Sixers, where he pops off against his former teams.
Yeah.
God, I hope he plays. I get it if he doesn't. I want him more in the playoffs. But my gosh, I hope he plays because him and Paul Reed, man, they really just show their old team why they made a mistake in trading them. So
yeah, man,
or letting them go. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about him. Mm-hmm. He could have done more, but he couldn't. So hopefully the injury isn't as bad. Hopefully he just got removed from the game because coach felt like, again, we're like someone said earlier, we're just kind of deep enough to handle it without him, and that it's not anything more serious.
Yeah, put some icy hot in there, bro.
Yeah,
icy hot. Man up with Gold Bond, in the words of Shaq. Incomplete, exactly, Heisenberg. Incomplete. I don't really have much. I was just sad to see him go down. We wanted our guys to be peaking at the right time, and that means also being healthy at the right time. So we did miss him tonight in a game where we could not get out in transition. I think we had 11 transition points tonight. In a game where you're relegated to the half court and you don't have your best half court player to just go get a bucket, settle you down offensively, allow your defense to get set, and just start stacking possessions, he wasn't available. I always say he's the guy you see the Pistons go to out of a timeout to settle everything down. Let's go get a bucket, dump it down to him, and let's start stacking possessions together. He's probably going to get a bucket. Now we can set up defensively. They can't run. Now let's set defensively up, get some stops, and watch, rinse, and repeat, get out and run. And he wasn't available, and they still found a way to get it done. So we're going to need that because you're not always going to be able to get to your style the way you want to as far as running guns. Some teams are really good in transition, defensively. Yeah. Some teams don't turn the ball over. So what that means is you're going to have sometimes be in half court. And to have him healthy in the playoffs when the game slows down, boss, is going to be important. So, get healthy, rest up, my boy, for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Just I'm hoping to see him before playoffs, but if they rest him until playoffs, I'm not mad.
Yeah, exactly. What up, AOD? Detroit basketball. All right, boss, let's keep pushing, man. Let's go now to JD in this game, guys. Jalen Duren, man. Tonight, guys, JD finished with 22 points on 8 for 15 shooting overall, 6 for 10 from the line, which is rare for him to not shoot 80% or above. 14 boards, man. 4 assists, 5 turnovers was the only point of criticism I have for him in this game, which also isn't characteristic of him. 1 steal and 2 blocks, boss, for 3 stocks for JD in 36 minutes. I know you love those last 2 numbers there for sure. What do you see tonight from JD in 36 minutes, boss?
Obviously love the defensive stocks. He masked Rudy Gobert, who's 4-time DPOY for some reason.
Right.
The assist as well, I know that it's offset by the turnovers. The turnovers are ugly. But like you said, a couple things that have been uncharacteristic in his gameplay lately. 5 turnovers and only 60% of the free throw line. Uncharacteristic of him, but he still finished 22 and 14. You can't get too mad at it. We cannot expect perfection from these guys every game.
Right,
even
exactly.
The stars are not perfect.
They're people, they're still human.
Even though Shea's MVP running, he went 0 for 10 from 3 2 games before he matched up. It kind of gross numbers, Once you hit 0 of 8, I'm like, stop shooting, the 3. So
exactly.
You get those things. But that's just kind of where I'm at with that. I'm thrilled with his 22 and 14. He got a double-double with 6 minutes left in the third. That's how fast he got his double-double.
Wow.
So commend to him. 8 of 15 as well. He entered the first half, I think, of 6 of 7. So he was pretty close to his average. So they defended him better. They defended him better than what he did to them earlier in the past week. So like you said, a couple uncharacteristic things, but still, especially 3 fouls on a team that with Nasrid and Gobert where rim protection is needed. I love his rebound split, 5 offensive, 9 defensive. I'm not mad at that at all. But the fact that, he had kind of his worst game in terms of free throw percentage and turnovers, he was still able to pull out a 22-14 double-double and 4 assists and 3 stocks. I'm not mad at you, JD. I'm not mad at you at all.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get to this super chat first. I think it's Heeman, if I'm not mistaken. Appreciate you, bro. Says, out of the potential first-round opponents for the Pistons, Philly, Toronto, Charlotte, Orlando, Miami, who would y'all prefer to face the most in the least at this point? You want to say this one for later, boss? Or you want to get to this now?
I'll just real quickly say it.
Okay.
In terms of winning, sweeping, I'm picking the Magic, but I don't want them because of the way that they.
You want to be healthy going in around 2.
Right. And they're just dirty. They're just dirty, and they beat up on Celtics last year.
Yeah.
Other than that, kind of everyone, I'm curious to see how it goes. Right now, Sixers are the least one I want to see just based on their performances so far to close out the season with guys healthy. Again, that might change Saturday. But for me, it's probably Magic, then Hornets, then Heat, Raptors. Yeah, I'm not too afraid of anybody, but I think we could sweep the Magic, and I think from there it's kind of a 5-6 game series for everyone else.
I agree. Orlando doesn't really scare me as far as basketball is concerned. I'm not really worried about. They're so inconsistent. They had a 5-6 game winning streak, and then a 7-game winning streak immediately after that. So if you're not consistent in the playoffs, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
If you're not playing consistent basketball come playoff time, I don't care if you win a game by 40. If you're not consistent, that's just one game.
Truly.
So I agree. Orlando is a team that I fear the least. I don't really fear anybody. I'm not afraid of Toronto either, though.
Yeah,
like we saw when the 2 games ago when we played them, they out physicaled us. We didn't bring it. Last time we played them, we brought the physicality. They couldn't touch us. Yeah. So to me, you got 2 physical teams, and we play that style of play better than they do. So if we just bring it, they can't. There's nothing they can really do. They can't really switch it up. Like Jakob Poeltl is not going to win the matchup against JD if JD brings it. I'm not worried about their wings because of who our wings are. And we got Cade at the point guard spot. I'm not worried about Toronto. So that's the team I probably want to see in the first round is Toronto. Charlotte's nice. If their shots not falling like Boss mentions, they're toast, right? But we have seen them be hot more than not. So that would be a good matchup. Philly, they're enigmatic. We haven't seen them. We don't know what to expect. Yeah. Miami, they've kind of given us problems, but I'm not afraid of them either. I like Bam versus JD, I like that matchup. Tyler Hero going against Asar, good luck. Like, I'm not really concerned about them. So, I'm not afraid of any of these teams. Go ahead, Boss.
It's Powell for me.
Norman Powell. Okay.
He tends to pop off against us. So
okay. But we got Javante Green. We got Ron Holland. I'm cool. We even got Cade if we need to in the pinch. He can guard him. So, good question, bro. Let us know who you would like to see him in. I appreciate the super chat, bro. And then, Boss, we have another one from Lucius Schumann, and then I'll get to my thoughts on JD. Perfect. Appreciate you, bro. Says ex-Detroiter and Pistons fan here. And hey, you out there with the boss. Okay. That's what's up.
Have you bought into Denver? Have you bought into Denver style play? Because again, when I first moved out here for the first 4 years, I was like, nope, I hate them. Blah, blah, blah.
Really? You never told me that. I didn't know that.
I only went to Pistons Nuggets matchups. I did not care. Okay. And then I was kind of like, you know what? This is good basketball.
Man.
And I bought it. And I was like, what's the harm? It's a really good team in the West, and my other team they're not gonna be good at the same time. And here we are.
And here we are. Right, exactly. Wouldn't be a nightmare for you, but it'd be interesting if we both got there. We know you're going for the Pistons, of course.
It'd be interesting. Yeah.
Right, it'd be interesting.
They could call me. They could call me and I could tell them what they should do against
Nuggets. Against the Nuggets for sure. Yeah, you got the inside scoop. That's why we love having you here. Yeah. But guys, for me, Lucius, like everybody's talking, and we've said this all year, boss. Especially you. You're right there. You know you've watched him more than I have, and I watch him a lot. But everybody's talking about the Thunder. Everybody's talking about San Antonio, and rightfully so. Don't sleep on Denver.
7-0 win streak right now.
7-0 win streak right now. They haven't really been they haven't been healthy all year. I'm telling you, man, that starting 5 with Jokic, with Aaron Gordon, now Cam Johnson or Peyton Watson, whoever you want to put at that 3, and you got Brown and Jamal Murray. That's one of the most. And THJ off the bench, like that. To me, that team can upset some teams. I wouldn't be surprised if they upset either of those 2 teams in a playoff in the 7 games because they're champions. They know how to win. Like the Spurs. I'm sorry, like the Thunder. They know how to win. The Spurs haven't been there before. So to me, the Spurs, Denver, that matchup is scary for the Spurs because you got Jokic going up against Wemby. Now he's got to guard him. So that's tough. Go ahead.
It's kind of just a little bit like how the Knicks are always like regular season doesn't matter. But like the Nuggets really follow through with that. They play their best basketball in the postseason. I can't say that about really any other team.
That's a good point. I agree with you there. Great comment from Lucius. We appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you, man, being in Denver. But let us know who what you think of Denver this year and what you think they can do because I think they can make some noise. All right, guys. For me, for JD, boss, early he was a little careless with his passing.
Yes, my God.
Over dribbling. I think Heisenberg said they put butter on the basketball. He just really couldn't hold on to it at times. But the over dribbling, trying to make plays, and he even said last post game, he said, I'm pretty good at passing the basketball. He said, I mess up sometimes. I'm still getting better. I'm still learning. He just came out and said it unprompted. I mess up. I make mistakes sometimes, but more times than not, I feel like I'm helping the team. And I think he does a really good job of that just as a creator. The Wolves, though, tried to take him away. They tried. They were very active with their hands. Whenever you put the ball on the floor, they were trying to swipe it. Naz Reid, Julius Randle, Gobert, they were all trying to be disruptive and take the ball whenever he put it on the floor because they know he can make plays. But even aside from the basketball, it was nice for me it's been nice since Cade has been out, seeing JD step into that leadership role, be that leader, demanding that confidence from his teammates that they can follow him. You see him in the huddle, before the game starts, pregame, talking to him, getting them ready. And you see everybody's locked in, everybody's paying attention. Like, he wants that. It's so nice. That's a luxury to have a guy like that who's a leader, who can be a leader when your best player is out, who can lead with what he's saying and can also lead with his play, putting the team on his back along with Daniel Shingas tonight. The game against the Cavs, when Tink had those 3 free throws, JD went off that game. He was a big reason why we were able to pull that game out in overtime. So, like, I just love how JD at 22, as we always say, is already showing leadership qualities and helping lead this team to a very good record without Cade during this stretch, with the help of Daniel Shinkas and everybody else collectively. But just the way he's leading this team as the second all-star, when everybody's saying he can't be the secondary guy, when they're saying they're not good enough without Cade, when Swaggy P is saying the Pistons going to give up first place to Boston by April, when we're not going to win 3 games without Cade. Despite all that, JD's like, nope, I got us. Backpack. I'm a backpack, y'all. Dennis is here with me. We going to lead y'all. And he's done it. He has done it, bro. We mentioned how prior to tonight, he's shooting 90% from the line in 10 games. That's insanity. That's insanity. Efficiency, 70%. There was a stat tonight where he's like one of 3 guys ever to average 30 and 10 over a stretch and do it on 75% shooting at 22 years old. Like, so the way that he's leading this team, boss, is probably the most exciting thing for me. Is because he wants it. He's not shying away from any of it, and he's backing it up with his play. Chris said that from jump. I gotta give Chris credit. He said that from jump, bro. He said he's our second. Now, the question is, do you guys think when we're winning a championship, competing for a championship, would you like to have another perimeter secondary scorer, or do you want JD to be that secondary scorer on a night-to-night basis, or do you want it to be a number 1 and then a 2A and a 2B? Y'all let us know. Y'all let us know. But I think either way. Yeah, he's not Robin. He's Superman. You got Batman and Superman for right now. I love it. That's a great one, Michael Moore. But yeah, I thought he was great, boss. The way he's leading. I also liked, lastly, how he went at Rudy Gobert. I think last game he had like 10 points and 12 boards and still played pretty well aside from the box score. But tonight he went at him every time. He had 8 points in the first 3.5 minutes. Like, he was like, okay, you're a good defensive player, but I'm a better offensive player than you are. Like, he don't care. I love that about JD. He was going into him. Gobert's 7'1.5". JD is 6'10", and Gobert is a solid dude, but JD was still punishing him in the paint, getting right by him with his footwork. He's quicker than him, just making him look silly at times, making Gobert look frustrated at times. He just really couldn't guard him. And you know that because, once again, JD was efficient, better than 50% again. So it's just like the things he's doing at 22. Yes, thank you, Heisenberg. Barkley and McHale are the only other players ever to have done what JD did. Ever. There was another step with him and Wilt being the only guys ever to do certain things. Like, so JD, I'm telling you guys, he's got a chance to be a great one.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to be a really, especially playing with Cade, a guy who knows how to get the best out of him. We see what JD's doing without Cade. When you got Cade there with you to put you in the best spot, man, it's trouble time. It's trouble time coming for the league, bro. Go ahead, boss.
I said this too on the live, guys, but if you're bored tomorrow night, on Friday night, if you don't, like to stay home like I do, and you're waiting for Pistons basketball, NBA League Pass, scroll down, keep going all the way down until you get to teams. You click on Detroit Pistons as classic games.
Oh, yeah.
1985, Pistons versus Celtics. Go see McHale in action. We win it, obviously, because it's a classic game. Go see McHale and Ainge and Bird in action against us, and you'll see why what JD's doing is special.
Yes, guys, to me, the best big man I've ever seen with the best footwork I've ever seen, big men with the best footwork, are Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale.
Yeah,
those are the best big men I've seen who just have ridiculous, like the best footwork I've ever seen from big men are those two guys.
When I see McHale, I don't think of him as a big man. Like when you see him play, like highlights of him, you're just like, oh, that's a guard. No, it's not
a guard. Exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. So to be in that company at once again 22 years old and to be doing it without Cade right now, Cade, imagine those two together. Like that could be the next Shaq and Kobe. I think. Other than Jokic and Jamal Murray, I think it's no question the best duo in the league, big man, little man, or little man. KD's not a little man, but the best point guard center duo in the league is no question.
Especially growing together. Like Jokic is 30. Like they're not old, but this is a growing together team. Because you might argue like LeBron and Luka, like, or Luka and like Luka needs a center, but these are guys that are older. Like the 24 and 22. Are you kidding?
That's crazy. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So imagine him at like 29 and 27. Because JD said he wants to play his whole career with Cade. He said that. Yeah. He said that months ago. Mm-hmm. And he understands why. He know Cade is going to make sure that he's put in the best spots. I would want to play with Cade my whole career too, by the way. Mm-hmm. Guess who we got in the chat, guys? Mic test. Is this thing on? Detroit basketball. What up, Tom?
Ooh, Tom's Let us know. Soon.
Yeah, Tom's going to be here for the playoffs, y'all, in just a short couple of weeks. And if you guys are following him on social media, you know how hype he is about that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you, bro. Yeah, man. Tom, Miyuki. Y'all silly, man. Barkley said, McHale. Yes, I was just about to say this, bro. You know your history, Heisenberg. That's why I mess with you, bro. Barkley said McHale was the toughest guy for him ever to have to guard against. Not the mailman, right? Not Dirk. Not all these other guys. He said McHale. And that's why he was just an anomaly. He had 1,000 moves, like Heisenberg said. He just had the guy with 1,000 moves. Exactly. Is that Moosey?
There's Bear.
What up, Bear? Oh, you want some screen time, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I see you. He ready for you to be done. He's like, hey, mommy, it's 2 hours. We should be done now.
He is. Hello, play the song.
Oh, man.
It's funny, guys. I was telling dudes, and we'll get to our reserves real quick, but when Dude's Place is closing song, my dogs are like, hello, it's over. Time to go. They're conditioned.
That's funny. Yeah. All right. Last thing on JD Boss, his two-way play. You mentioned, we talked about it already, but I just love that sequence when he had that dunk on that slip pass from Tink, slip pass for that dunk. On the very next play, they tried to take it out the rim and try to get a layup, and he sprinted down the floor and took that out the air. Smacked it off the glass. So for him to do, we always talk about offense and defense. Like, he's giving the effort on both sides now. For him to do that and get back on defense, sprinting down, chasing down a guard and knocking that away, that's what I want to see from JD, man. Just great stuff. Great stuff from our 22-year-old big man. It's scary hours for the league, man. All right, guys. Lucius says, I do like him fouling Nuggets. Yes, sir, man. They got a good postseason run, I think, loading. All right, guys, let's keep pushing, man, boss. Let's go to some reserves, and we can call it a night, man. I'm going to try to speed this up just a little bit, guys. We're already at 2 hours already.
Woo!
All right, guys, let's start with Sass, boss. Marcus Sasser. Guys, tonight, Sass didn't play a lot, only played 8 minutes. Had 2 points, 0 for 3, so he couldn't get a shot to fall tonight. 0 for 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, and 1 assist in 8 minutes, boss. What'd you see from Sass? Sass.
I mean, Sass's biggest highlight to me real quick is just that he didn't, get bullied by Bones Highland. Like, he was just like, nope. The announcer said that it happened it started on an earlier inbound play, which I didn't see. But Bones elbowed Sass in the face, which first of all should have been a flagrant or a technical. Sass pushed him, reacted, but I think Sass also, I think because he was coming off the injury report as questionable, I don't think he expected to play as much. So why not? Get a little physical, set some tone, change the momentum a bit.
Right.
And then, Herter was there too. And Herter was actually like pulling Sass back, but Herter wasn't like backing down. He was backing down. He was kind of like pulling Sass back while also being like, get away from him to Bones, So I expect that from Herter. And you'll go into this more, I'm sure, but then Bones pushed him back again, which again should have been his second technical. But he pushed him back again as soon as he saw Naz Reid come in to help out. Gobert's not going to do anything except cough on your microphones. But he's not going to do anything. So as soon as Bones was a little bit, and I said it out this before, like the Nuggets got rid of Bones Highland because they just didn't think he wanted more money, but they didn't think his maturity was at that level. And that was kind of there, tonight as well. But that's kind of what I saw from Stats, and that did help some momentum. Like, they ended up going out, but the guy, Cade was up off the bench talking. Ron was there. Stu didn't hop up. Good job, Stu. But I don't mind seeing that from Sass. That was like towards the end of the third. So I do think it helped kind of. The Wolves are a team that we've scuffled with in the past, and I'm not surprised that we scuffled. I'm a little surprised it was Sass, but at the same time, I'm not. He's not just going to let that fly, because I need to go back and look at the inbounds play that the announcers were talking about because I'm curious how much he kind of let Bones get away with without getting called. That he was just kind of like, "This, no way. But the elbow, like Chris said, like that was just you don't elbow a guy in the face. You don't do that.
So I didn't see the elbow the first initially. I just saw Saz run up on him. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, what did Bones do? Because Saz don't do that. He's not that kind of guy to just react like that for no reason. He's not gonna do that. So when he showed the replay that showed that, I was like, oh, okay, that's why he did that. And guys, like you touched on it, boss. I was saying this during the live, but Bones ain't like that, man. He's not like that because when Sass initially pushed him, the play was still ongoing. Sass was in his face for like 5 seconds, and Bones wasn't doing anything except just standing there. He was in his face like I'm in his mic, and Bones wasn't doing anything. And then once Nas Reed came over and all those guys came over, then he got confident because he knew they was about to get broken up. And then he pushed him in like he was like, bro, you're not okay. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, you're not like that. I've seen too many scuffles. I've been in too many scuffles playing hoops and knowing I like to know. Oh, okay. He was just waiting for the right opportunity to try to make himself look like he's like that, but he's not. He's not. But surprisingly, guess who was there to break it up? Nas Reed.
Yeah.
Nas Reed was there to break it up. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was really surprising for me. I was like, talk about the growth. Look at the growth. Look at the growth from Nas.
Pick on someone your own size. He looked at Sass. He's like, nah.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. But he was trying to break him up though. He was trying to break him apart because I was like, when I saw him walk over, I'm like, here we go, part two. But he went over there. He probably understands too. Playoffs is coming. I can't afford no games. I can't. But yeah.
Bones was doing well. He's probably also like, bro, we're on, like, we gotta win this.
Right.
You know? So
I agree. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that nothing escalated like that. But Sass don't play, bro. Like, I remember last year with the scuffle. Sass was in there. He was deep in that scuffle.
Oh, yeah. He was one of the ones that got a tag.
Going at DiVincenzo. When Stu was over there going at DiVincenzo, like Sass was right there. He wasn't playing around. So he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he got that mentality. He a little tank, man. Nah, you can't push him around. Not at all. Not at all. So I love that about him for sure. But yeah, I'm glad it didn't escalate. But he didn't play a lot. I'm glad he got a chance to play. More importantly, I'm glad his hip is okay. Because that nagging hip has been bothering him. And thankfully, he was able to get through tonight with no incident. And I think he's going to be okay. So hopefully he is. But 8 minutes, incomplete, like Heisenberg says. Anything else, boss? What's up?
No, I'm just curious how Pelicans Trailblazers is still going on.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Okay, see, Lakers is over. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just like,
okay.
How are
y'all don't spoil it either.
Someone just said Warriors versus Cleveland is close. Harden's a fraud, LOL. Like, I got to see Clippers versus Nuggets last year when Ballmer flew Clippers fans out to create a wall and the Nuggets playoff game. But didn't work. And that was when I actually, guys, I scooped the ball of confetti. When that came,
that's funny.
People were leaving and I was on the floor picking up confetti. Playoff confetti.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, guys, keep pushing, man. Let's go to Caris LeVert. Let's go Caris LeVert, boys. Guys, tonight in this game, Caris LeVert finished with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 0-2 from the free throw line, 2 boards, and a turnover and a block in 14 minutes, boss. Take off on Caris.
Yeah, I'm not mad at how he played at all. Again, only 14 minutes, less than 14 minutes, guys. Like, this is a perfectly fine stat line for me. Except he was kind of the main ball handler out there a couple times and to register 0 assists. I don't want to see that. But again, I don't know if he gave it up and we just happened to miss the shot. Like I can't remember. But the playmaking that he created for himself was pretty good. 3 of 7, I'm not mad at. 2 of those were threes. So it was more like 3 of 5 from the field. That's perfectly fine.
Yep.
The free throws, no, 0 of 2, unlike him, uncharacteristic. But again, in a 12 turnover game for him to only register 1, and that's kind of, his rep with us, I'm fine. I'm glad that, he took care of the ball. Only 1 foul. He played great defense. And yeah, his buckets were clutch again. He had a couple in a row. Like, I think it was a 3-pointer and then a 2-pointer. He had like a 5-point little stretch there that really just helped us in the game. So again, not mad at it. I think it is curious that he only played a little bit less than 14 minutes, especially with Tobias going out.
Yeah.
I think it just showed what coach was seeing in Herter and Wu. So, yeah, sorry, I got the hiccups, but.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Mausha says, every game, somebody who is currently mediocre and doesn't shoot excellent, like Conley tonight, randomly becomes Steph Curry for a game. If not, that's incorrect. Tom said the same thing. Mike Conley at some point of the game thought it was 2016 or something.
Hey,
crazy, bro. Like he went back in time to Memphis Grizzlies, Mike Conley.
I said the minute that they go to halftime, he's not, and he didn't score again. He's not that.
11 in the first half, right?
He went crazy in the first half. All of his points were in the first half. He's a guy, I like Conley, but you can't, the way he's been averaging his points lately, what he does, I knew that once halftime came, he'd go cold.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't get mad at it. He played a good game. And that's why we didn't close out on him either, because he was not a threat to us, and nor has he been a threat to anyone this season.
Facts. Exactly. He's been in the league since like 1980. Let's get to this super chat, guys, from Alan Graham. What's up, Alan? Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Alan has been with us for a while consistently now, too. Just showing love, talking basketball, and showing support, man. Says, Deuce, just watched the intro, and I want to show you and your family my love. God grants good things to good people. Keep up the fantastic work and always walk with your head held high. You do so many fantastic things for so many people. Wow. Thank you, bro. That means a lot, man. If you guys missed if you guys are coming in late, run it back to the beginning and you'll understand what he's talking about with some things that I shared about my family and some things that we're going to be doing as a result of that in the community. Yeah. So Alan, thank you for that, bro. Like, you've been showing love. Also, all you guys have been showing a lot of love, man. And
really,
it's a little overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to get back to that place again. But y'all making it hard in a good way. But thank you, bro. Like, it means a lot to hear you say that you feel like we're doing a lot of things for a lot of people. That's all we want to do.
Right.
That's all, including talking basketball. Boss always says, like, basketball can be an outlet for all the things we have to go through in life, because life isn't easy for any of us. Nobody is exempt from having to deal with things. And most people don't really understand everything we have to go through on a day-to-day basis. Right. I can speak to that. Right. So it's just nice to know that at least you guys feel that we're in some way at least making things a little bit easier for you or for others. And that's all we want to do, man. So Alan, like I always say, bro, thank you so much, man, for your help and for your support. It means a lot. It really does. Go ahead, boss.
Absolutely. And just from this, again, all points that are spot on. Thank you again for the donation. It's truly just heartwarming what you guys have done tonight. And we just have the rest of April to look forward to. Like, it's just incredible. But just, I want to reiterate the last sentence of, you do so many fantastic things for so many people, because obviously I've joined this year, but Deuce has, you created this. This is your community. You work so hard at what you do. And knowing that you also just have, this incredible family that you take care of as well. It's just, it's just kind of incredible. It's fantastic, as Alan says.
And thank you guys, man. Like, and not just like the super chats, man, but just all you guys, man, just being here and showing support and just
absolutely
just showing up for us. Like, we try to show, like we saying with the natty game coming up and all that, we still gonna be here doing this regardless. I'm gonna just have to catch the highlights, because we said we was gonna be here for y'all, and we gonna be here for y'all, man, every day if we can. If I ain't sick, if I ain't lost my voice, you know what I'm saying? The boss, boss is consistent all the time. She's held it down for me when I've been at LCA. When I've been under the weather, she has held it down for your boy. So it's a team. It's a group. It's a group endeavor for sure. It's a community effort, and you guys are part of that. So Alan, thank you, bro. All you guys, thank you so much. Kevin is silly, says Jesus Web. Don't start, bro. All right, let's keep pushing, guys. For me, boss, really quickly on LeVert, and we'll keep going. I loved how decisive he was in this game.
Yes, agreed.
We talked about him in the past, just kind of patting the basketball, just kind of pounding the pill, the kind of thing, and not really making a decision. The ball kind of getting stuck with him, and that's kind of when he gets into trouble. That wasn't the case. That hasn't been the case lately. He looks like he knows what he's supposed to be doing out there. Like, he just needed more time and more reps to get comfortable with the system, getting reacclimated with JB from Cleveland, now in Detroit, and his teammates. And it seems like now he's doing a much better job of just being decisive, encouraging that player movement, encouraging that ball movement. It's not always fluid. It's not always perfect, but at least he's trying to play that way. And I think he's been better, consistently better. I think we can say over the last few weeks, maybe the best stretch of his season. Just how he's consistently playing game to game to game, bringing the defense as always. He's always going to bring that. That's always a plus for him. He's always a plus defender on the court. But offensively now, he's looking more in sync and more fluid with how he's playing within the team construct, and that's big for him. You mentioned a nice step back three. That was nice. The hoop at the hoop the shot at the hoop to match. That was nice as well. He had a heat check air ball. Wasn't great, but it was a heat check, so I'm not mad. He didn't do anything else after that. He was all right. I ain't that hot. All right, cool. But yeah, good job mixing it up, man. Just knocking down shots in the midi game, in the lane, from long range, and also getting to the rim. He's good getting downhill. He still got the speed, athleticism to still be able to get by his guy and draw a foul or finish at the rim. So all around it was great. 0 for 2 ain't great. That doesn't usually happen with him, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. But a solid game. I think Dom said it. Somebody said it. He had a cares game. He had a cares game. So wasn't terrible, wasn't great, but it was good enough. It was good enough. And defensively is where it always starts with him, so I can live with it. So, all right, we'll leave it there, boss. Let's go now, guys, to Kevin's right. Yeah, Karis has helped us for sure.
Absolutely.
He has helped us. We got to give him credit. We have to, because we were on him early this season when it wasn't great. Right? We're like, first of all, I was like, bro, is he gonna be able to play this year? Is he healthy? Then it's like when he's playing, it's like, how long it's gonna take him to get into a groove? It's kind of up and down. He giveth and he taketh away. He's been giving more than he's been taking away.
Oh, that just makes me laugh. It's just like, what do you focus on?
So cares. Y'all silly, man. But yeah, good game overall, man. Good game overall. Y'all silly, bro. Y'all crack me up. Boss, let's go now to Kevin. What is that? Velvet Herder in this game. Red Skull, as Chris calls him. Guys, tonight in this game, Kevin Herder finished with 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting overall. 2 of 3 from 3. There's his 2, but he only needed 3 attempts this time, boss. 2 of 2 from the line, 4 boards, and 2 assists in 22 minutes, boss. What did you see tonight from Red Velvet in this game?
Man, he hit his first 3 again. Nice, it was beautiful, and I straight up said he's got to hit more. Like he hits his first 3. At least you can bank on that one going in. Tell the sports books Kevin Herter is going to make his first 3.
That's a good call. It's a good
but
call.
He, again, 2 of 3. I'm not mad at, because that's efficiency. 4 of 6 is efficiency. He hit his first 3. Then he got a couple in the lane. He had that really nice spin move where he got loose, just got around guys. It was pretty. He looked very confident and comfortable out there. That's what you said earlier in life. He just looks comfortable in our lineups. Like, it's pretty incredible. I mean, again, he played the most besides Javonte Green, who was in for Tobias, but he played the most off the bench. Him and Duncan only had a 6-minute difference. They played together late, which is what I said. And again, like, I get it, because we had talked about was they come in for each other, but Kevin with Dunk has worked very well this whole season. And so it worked well in the final minutes, because who do you guard?
Exactly.
Who do you guard when they're out there? Because both of them can get to the rim, both of them get on the perimeter. Yep. Kevin, making his statement early in both his 3 points and getting into the rim makes him more of a threat. So you're going to guard him more aggressively. Yep. But both him and Dunk both made these crazy, like, threes, just like completely like off the screen, immediate, just pull up, catch and shoots with pressure. It was beautiful. So he just made 1 3 in the first, missed his second, and then in the first half made his first 3 attempts in the second half. But he did so much else out there for us. It says he doesn't have a steal, but I swear he had
one at least.
I swear he had one. So if it doesn't adjust to him, that means that someone else maybe got the tap away and he picked it up and they gave it to the other person. I don't know. But also the most assists off the bench, 4 rebounds, huge, just crashed the boards. There were a couple of times that he went up there. He got one of his shots over Gobert, and then he also got one of his rebounds over Gobert.
Yes.
It's like, Gobert, hello,
left
what are you doing for your team?
Yes.
So, but I will always be extra harsh. I already Gobert, but Kev looked fantastic, and just continues to be someone that I'm just like, when you putting Kev back in? When you putting Kev back in? That's where I'm at with him.
So we're gonna get to that in a second. And we're not gonna harp too much on it, but just something that, once again, I said before, y'all probably know where I'm going with this when she said that, but not something I won't be mad if I don't see it, but I wouldn't be upset if I did, right? But first thing, you remember, boss, before, I think a few games ago, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, boss, if I expect to see Kevin Herter at least get 20 minutes the rest of the year per game.
Yep, you did too.
Again, last 3 games, 20 plus minutes. So he's one of those guys. He's just a plus player on the court. I was worried about the defense with both of them in together, but because y'all know me, late in games, I want to see the Pistons win games by getting more stops than the other team, as opposed to trying to get more scores than the other team, because we're built on defense. But it worked. It worked. It wasn't as much of a liability as I thought it could be, because Herter's an above average defender. Yeah. He's an above average defender. He's shown that already. But Duncan Robinson, when he has other defenders out there with him, you can find ways to still kind of hide him. Not that he needs to be hidden, but it's just like it can still work. Mike says, Deuce made a good point. You prefer to have Herter with Duncan for offense than Asar. Yeah, right. So, like, for me, bro, like, that was kind of what I was thinking watching this game. I said it the last couple games now. I just like the way it looks with Duncan in the starting. Like, in any unit, he looks good. He's a chameleon. But it just looks so fluid because he can just, in my opinion, he can do just a lot of things just a little bit better.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more athletic. He's not as tall, but he's a little bit more athletic. He's a little bit stronger. He's got a quicker first step. He's got a better handle. He's a better defender. He's a better off-ball mover. He's a better play. Like, he can just do a little bit right. He can just do a lot of things a little bit better across the board. And that's what I think makes the offense look more fluid. The ball doesn't really get stuck with him. Like, he can get by his guy when it comes to him. You talk about Duncan off the catch when they close and they get right there on him. At times, he's able to put the ball on the floor, which is good to see because he's not just a sniper. He can at times do it, but Herter can just do it more.
Yeah,
he can go get it on his own. Like, he can get. You mentioned it in the move where he put the ball on the floor, behind his back, spin move, layup. But like, it's like, oh, you cooking, bro. Like, you cooking a little bit. Like, you're making the defense really think about what they have to do now. They can't really. So that, to me, he just brings more unpredictability offensively. He's just a little bit. He's a turbo version of Duncan, without the consistent shooting that Duncan brings. That's to me. To me, okay. Kevin Herter is Duncan Robinson turbo version, just not quite the consistent shooter. I think that's how I would describe it. Go ahead, boss.
Where I'm at is like, I don't disagree with any of these. I wouldn't be mad to see Herter in the starting lineup. But now that with my points, with your points, and also with the chat's points, it's kind of a weapon to have Herter off the bench because he can fit in anywhere seamlessly.
That's true.
He can go with Dunk, with LeVert, with Ron, with the Sar, off Pate, off Jenkins. Like, it's kind of like throw him in anywhere and he's good. And I would say Duncan is the same, but to have someone that you can be like, instead of or Duncan, you can say and Duncan with, that's impressive. Yeah. So I don't disagree with you, but I also think it's such, and I think it was the Enjoy B-Ball pod.
Yeah, I messed with that pod. Yeah, nice.
That came out and said, like, your thoughts on last night's game. And it was a couple nights ago, and they said Herter has made his case to be the off the bench shooting guard, first off the bench shooting guard. And I completely agree. And tonight, there it was, because LeVert was there and he had a good game. But Kev played 7 more minutes in it.
Yep. It just looks more fluid. It just works better for how we want to play. It just works better. Kevin Herter isn't a one-on-one player.
Yeah.
At times, especially in LeVert's prime, he was primarily like a one-on-one bucket getter. Just go get you a bucket. Similar to how Sass is now. It's like, and Sass has really shown that he can do more than that. He's really tried to play a team game, and that's why he's playing, right? Yeah. It's not getting stuck with him. It's not one-on-one dribble. I'll get a bucket while y'all watch. That's kind of how Caris LeVert was in his prime. Yeah, so that's why it doesn't look as fluid as a guy like Kevin Herter, who's used to playing within the construct of where there's movement. He's just used to doing it more, as opposed to having to try to reintegrate it and learn how this team wants to play. That's what Kevin Herter does. Yep. That's who he is. So, of course, it's going to look more fluid. But that's why I just think it makes more sense. So, yeah. Right. And we said that when he first got here, like, Caris, Herter? And I was like, yeah, I think I want Herter as a backup. But now I'm like, man, I might want Herter as a starter, low-key, bro. Like, he's really been great.
Right.
He could not, I don't think anybody. I said, like, when he coming from, I was like, I think Sacramento Herter is going to return. I think he can return to that form. And right now, he looking like that guy. But I didn't think it happened this fast.
Right.
I didn't think it happened this quickly.
Well,
it's crazy.
And he's just been so consistent lately, and I can't speak to it until the postseason's here, or what he will do to that postseason. I know that was funny, but I just again, I don't disagree. Just like I didn't disagree with Stu potentially being the 4 instead of Tobias. Like, there's plus and minuses to both. Yep. But I do think right now, just the versatility of Kev is incredibly beneficial.
It's valuable.
He's off the bench, and you just don't know. He could come in 3 minutes into the game. He could come in 8 minutes into the game. He could come in and start. Like, he could do it all.
Yes.
And we could just call it. And again, we've seen him with Duncan, and it's something that hasn't, It's something that I commended before, and then we saw him mostly with him and LeVert, and then tonight we saw him and Duncan again, and that worked out great. That's how they closed the game. They closed the game with Herter and Duncan on the floor.
Right,
Are you kidding?
exactly. Yeah.
What?
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
Mike says, that's a good point, boss. Mike says JB won't start Herter over Duncan because Duncan has extreme gravity. So do you think it's more reputation, Mike? Because I'm thinking like if Herter keeps shooting them the way he's not shooting a ton of volume either. But I'm thinking if Herter keeps shooting 2 for 3 over these next few games, he's going to command some respect. Mike, let me know what you think. Do you think it's because he hasn't shot well the last couple years and because Duncan has been consistent shooting the ball from three-point range? Do you think that's why the gravity really is the difference? Because Herter's shooting it pretty well right now. Let me know what you think. That's a great point you make, though. Like, I do think as of right now, he does command and draw more guys to him, make more guys move because of the reputation and because he's been good this year. Has Duncan Robinson from 3? He's been shooting well this year. So I just feel like you could be right, bro. That's a valid point because reputation is important.
I agree with this. It's just two different style of players the positive of I'm going to take away from this is that you can interchange them, but they can also play well together. And that's awesome.
I hear you guys. You saying that's funny. Family Dollar versus Dollar Tree. Y'all hilarious. I feel y'all though. You think Duncan just a better shooter?
99-cent store. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Sometimes it's not at all for sure. All right, yeah, we'll keep pushing, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more Kevin Herter. If he stays in that 20, if he plays 20 plus minutes a game, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Absolutely.
Because he's been great. Okay, guys. Yeah, Trajan Cook, guys. Trajan Cook. Man. We all felt like, man, what's gonna happen? Like, we should have got more. If we're gonna make a move, we got to get more. Why did we only get Herter? But it's like it's worked out better for us than I think anybody could imagine, especially this soon.
I'm low-key embarrassed by my original reaction.
It's cool, boss. We all have
you
those.
Just tell me, I was just PO'd.
She was mad, bro. Because she remembered what was it? Him in Chicago, and he was not shooting the ball well at all. It looked broken almost.
I'm from Chicago. When he got traded to Chicago, I gave all my Chicago Bulls friends so much BS. I was like, you got Herter. Come on. And now I'm like, oh man. Well, now we got don't hurt him, Herter. You know?
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah. Good stuff from Kevin Herter, man. All right, guys, we'll keep it there, man. Let's keep last thing, boss. I like how, and not that it happens all the time with Duncan, but you don't see teams hunting out Kevin Herter, guys.
No.
You don't see guys trying to get a switch so they can get Kevin Herter on him, on them. Like they're not doing that. So defensively too, he's a lot better than I think a lot of us thought he was going to be. Herter and Shooter the last 2 years. Okay, as far as that pickup. Yes, bro. Great point. As far as the acquisition, kind of a real sneaky move each time too. But that just shows you what Trajan wants to do, bro. Like
Trajan's so unpredictable. It's so nice because, he drafted Ron Holland when people were expecting him to fall to the teens because of his injuries. Like we're just
he's very shrewd. He's very shrewd with with the moves that he makes, and he knows what he wants to do. None of his moves have been splashes where we trade our core. He said he was going to let it play out with the core, see what we have, and he has done that. Yeah. So he's a monster. That dude is he's a wizard. Trajan Langdon is a monster, bro. Really? And he's just getting started. All right, guys, let's keep going, man. Boss, let's go to we got 1, 2, 3 more guys and we got here. Let's go to Ron Holland, guys. Lil Ron in this game, guys, finished with 8 points on 4-7 shooting, 0 of 2 from 3, and 1 steal, boss, in 16 minutes. What'd you see from Dog Pound Jr.?
Yeah, two fouls. I'll give him that, especially a guy that's just been so aggressive. His 4 of 7, beautiful. Love it, Ron. Keep that up. He got a couple really good rim looks. He had those 2-3 misses in a row, but they looked better each time. And Jenkins did exactly what Cade would have done. He gave him the second opportunity. And I think Ron could have had it, but he didn't shoot a 3 early. You know, we can't just focus on his 3s every game. You know, they're either going to hit or they're going to miss. Right. I think the only thing, he had a steal, fantastic. I don't like the 0 boards. The way he's been able to crash the boards for us, I don't like 0 boards in 16 minutes. Okay. That's it. But I'm not going to fault him for anything else because the 8 points were definitely crucial to this game.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Let's get to these super chats real quick, boss, because I'm a little late on them, so I apologize, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Heeman says, Orlando 100%, very consistent offense. Yes. Need K as close to 100% as possible, where the Pistons are waiting for their second round op and don't have to rely on him as much first round. Okay. I still want to see K in the first round. I want to see him. I want to see him in a rhythm.
I think he'll be back.
I think it'd be hard to just drop him in second round and expect him to be peak K because he needs that grace period of being able to play on court in games with his guys. Go ahead.
I'm not saying we're gonna get amazing double Cade play first round. I could be wrong. I'm not saying we're not gonna get it. I'm not saying we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
But he needs some time on the court before we hit up the second round. And then he says, Hellman says to at least Sixers if they're healthy. Agreed right now. Just because they're on a roll.
I met that.
But they're not facing a lot of plus 500 teams right now. So like I can't say. But luckily, guys, we get to see them on Saturday and we get to see it, how it plays out.
Hopefully they play. So, but you're right. That's true. Because you told me like that he had 30 points and 39 points in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was against the Wizards. I'd like to see him try to do that against Ron Holland and Asar Thompson and Javonte Green.
It was like the game before that, Embiid had like 30, and then like Maxey and Paul George and VJ Edgecombe all had 20 plus points. Like they're finding a little bit of rhythm. But I mean, a little bit of a plus is that Jenkins was able to get a rise out of Maxey last game, and those guys go back. They
got under his skin. He got under his skin. Coach Hart told us that, guys. That he said Tyrese Maxey's a really like chill dude. Like he's not all about the rah-rah. He's not always like trying to get into scuffles and confrontations. He's just real chill dude, a real nice guy. Yep. So he said it looked out of character just when he was guarding Tink and when Tink was going at him, that he kind of was barking at Tink and Tink was getting under his skin. But that's what Tink does though. He just finds a way to get under your skin and irritate and agitate you. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. This all-star player, right? And then you got this dude who been in the G League and is getting that opportunity. And he's getting under his skin.
I kind of hope
that was hilarious to me.
Because Philly Knicks, based on also the fans, fun matchup. That's true. So we'll see.
I agree, Heeman. Good call, bro. Yep. Sixers, they can be scary. They can be a little scary for some teams if they're healthy and they start peaking at the right time. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Damadavi says, the more I see of Herter, the more I'm impressed by his on-court awareness and playmaking. He obviously just a more light-skinned version of Cade. Yeah, bro, he's got the full package as a basketball player. He reminds me of Javonte Green, who we're going to get to next. Like, he's a chameleon. You can put him with any unit. He's going to thrive because he knows how to play team basketball. Like, this style of basketball that we play is perfect for Kevin Huerter. It's perfect for Javonte Green. The things they do best are what we want to do. And that's what he does. That's why it works so well for Kevin Huerter. And I'm with you, bro. I've been really impressed with how quickly, because the first couple of games he was here, he didn't even play. It was like they wanted him to kind of just, okay, we're gonna have you watch from the sideline first and get you up to speed, watch some film, learn what these guys like to do, where their weaknesses are, and then we'll bring, because he didn't even play. At first, it was like, is he even gonna play? Or some fans thought he really just was a contract.
Yeah,
I was wondering when he didn't play the first week, like, he ain't even playing, bro. But he just needed time to watch and to learn from the sideline. And look at him now. So, man, great trade. Kevin Huerter, keep balling, bro. Red Skull. What is that? Velvet? Whatever you want to call him. Red Velvet. Boy, he's balling. Dom, you are correct, bro. Light skin K is hilarious, though. All right, guys. Let's go now. Oh, real quick on Ron. He cannot get a whistle to save his life.
No.
Like, whether it was the foul he was trying to fight over a screen and Naz Reid pushed him into the screen and they call a foul on Ron, or whether it was Ron getting smacked in the face and still finishing an and one throwdown when Julius Randle hit him. Neither one worked out in his favor. Offensive foul on Naz for Naz Reid in favor of Naz Reid. I'm sorry, defensive foul for Naz Reid in favor of Naz Reid, and then a no call when he gets smacked by Julius Randle. He just can't get a whistle, bro. Like, what is going on? He just can't get a whistle, and it's been going on for a few weeks now. I appreciate that he's not allowing that to affect his game.
Yeah,
he's still playing hard. Every minute on the court, Ron Holland is still playing. That is growth. He's not barking at the officials. He's a very respectful guy. If you hear him talk to Natalie Kerwin, he's always yes, ma'am, which is why I think he don't bark at officials as much. He don't get teed up by refs.
No,
his tees come from getting into it with guys, his peers, not guys who are his elders, as you would say. He's a really respect your elders kind of guy. You can just tell he's raised that way. But he's not allowing that to affect his game. He's not dropping his head. He's not lackadaisical on defense. Like, man, if I ain't getting no call on offense, what's the point? He ain't doing that. He's like, no, I'm still gonna keep playing hard, and he does. So regardless of what the stats look like or how many points he has or whatever, I just like that he's continuing to lean in with the defense and just try to find ways to be effective. The offense is gonna come. The shot's gonna come. It's not there yet, but it will. But one thing we know about Ron is he's going to bring it every single night. And for that, I can only respect that. So that's all I got on him. The Euro finish was nice too. He had some nice finishes at the rim. He was doing his thing.
Absolutely.
He was doing his thing. So I like it, Ron. Keep it up, bro. Boss, let's go to, like we mentioned, Javonte Savage. Can you woo Green in this game, guys? Tonight, guys, Javonte Green finished with 8 points on 2 of 7 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds for Javonte, 1 turnover and a steal in 27 minutes. That might be the most minutes he's played outside of when he started, if I'm not mistaken. But boss, take off on Savage. What would you see?
Yeah, he really stepped up when Tobias went out. He was 0 for 4 to end the half. And then again, just kind of adjusted to the team, knowing that Tobias wasn't returning. Hit some big threes in the third. And then again, I think the biggest thing here was just the 6 rebounds as well. And of course the steal, but he just really just crashed the boards. Definitely the second most rebounds in the game behind Asar's 9, but the most, third most behind Duran's 14 and Asar's 9, but the most off the bench. Second most points out the bench, tied with Ron, and they came off of threes and free throws, only 2 fouls, 1 turnover. So great job from Wu in stepping it up in the offensive end when we really needed it without Tobias, as well as just keeping the defense steady. So all I can say is like his threes in the third were just huge. Yep. So good show out from Wu in minutes that, again, basically almost double, a little bit of triple the minutes he's been playing for us recently. So he just really followed through, and again, 8 points and 6 rebounds and 1 steal. I can't be mad at all from a guy who has, been closer to 8 to 11 minutes. So,
exactly. Yeah. Once again, regardless of the situation, regardless of the lineup, you can just throw him in there like Herter, and he's going to find a way.
Real quick, I just have to say, the threes that he attempted in the first were awful. His shot was way off. Like,
you know what it was
the
too?
Threes were bad and the floaters were bad, and then he still had confidence in himself and cleaned it up, and his teammates had confidence to give him the ball, and he really just looked a lot better. I mean, then he went 2 of 3 for the rest of the game.
Yep, exactly. So. Yeah, like it seemed like, because they had to make the adjustment on the fly when Tobias went out. It's like, okay, who's going to take these? There's shots to be had now. So it was like he was trying to find ways to, I'm always good like grandma cookies. That's hilarious.
Are you talking about the brand grandma cookies? Because those are so good. And now I want some.
Yes.
I haven't had those in years.
It's been a minute. But yeah, like it seemed like early he was just trying to attack and try to provide some offense with Tobias out. But the shot diet wasn't great. It's almost like coach went to him and said, bro, we don't need you to, we need you to score, but just be more aggressive with your 3-ball. Because more times than not, when we see him shooting threes, they're wide open. But tonight, they were contested, but he was still getting them up.
Agreed.
That was the difference for me, was just how he was looking to score. Because exactly. But he emptied the clip. Don't put just like still play the way you play. Just be more aggressive with how you play. So it wasn't always wide open. It wasn't a swing, wide open 3, not a guy near him. It was a swing. Rudy Gobert's there. I'm going to shoot it anyway, and I'm going to knock it down. So he made the adjustment in the second half, trying to do too much in the first half, trying to make it for Tobias, which I understand. I respect. I actually appreciate that. But he had to change the way he went about being aggressive. And I thought that was a big deal. Real quick, boss, off subject, a little bit. Heisenberg said, I remember the Running Back Fully podcast guy said Dana's good value Ja Morant. I think he probably got that from us, bro.
Funny.
If you guys remember, I've been saying that. And not even just me. Coach Hart said that. If you guys remember, at the open practice last offseason, right? They had a dunk contest. Marcus Sasser threw one off the glass, off the side of the backboard. Danis caught it, did a 360, and threw it down with his head at the rim. Crazy. And I showed Coach Hart that clip. He's like, yeah. He said he's got Ja Morant-like athleticism. That's exactly what he said on this show. Y'all can check that video out. He said he has Ja Morant-like athleticism. And he's starting to show a little bit of that. But yeah, we've been saying that for a while, Heisenberg. We've been talking about that for a minute. He's always had, bro. I think Dante called him Ja. Yep. Team's got sneaky athleticism and hops. He ain't no Ja, but he can get up and sneak you in a poster if you're not. Yeah, like Ja is crazy. But Danis ain't that far away as far as being able to get up off the floor. So yeah, for sure. I had to call that out for sure. But yeah, Coach Hart was the first one I ever heard say that about Danis Jenkins. And we've been saying the same thing. As far as Javante, he was great defensively, I thought, on guarding
Yes.
bigger guys. Again, against guarding Julius Randle. We were asking when Tobias went out, who's going to be the guy that they put in now? Is it going to be Ron? Is it going to be Herder? I'm like, nah, probably Wu. Because Wu is a guy who can guard bigger guys. He's shown all year. We always say, people think he's 6'8". He's 6'5". He just plays like he's 6'8".
He doesn't overdo it. Like, he's just so clean on defense. That's why we don't see him get into foul trouble. You don't see him, he's just so good at, no matter who he's guarding, big or small, like he just always creates the correct amount of space. He makes the shots tough. He makes guys give it up. He's just very smart on defense. So, and I agree, because like you said, we talked about it during the live, because I was like, I kind of thought Herder, but you had a good point. Like, it's too early. It's too early in the game with their starting lineup against the, like, who we gotta bring in some size. And Herder's big, but like, just the way that Wu plays defense. So it wasn't a shock to see him. And he started the second half with the starting unit. So,
Exactly. Yeah, he's strong, bro. Like, he's not tall, but he's a tank. Javante Green is strong. He kind of reminds me of Lou Dort, minus the dirty play.
I'm like a little bit, true. I'm a little bit like, I need a dunk from him, because it's either the last dunk he attempted, he missed off the back, and this dunk was a clean block by Dante. I'm like,
it was.
I'm a little bit like,
it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. But I want to see one too. I want to see one soon too. I think we're gonna get one. I like that he's trying to do it though. Yeah, he's strong. He's strong. He's strong, bro. Country strong, bro. Strong is country strong. I like it. Shout out to Javante Green, man. Boss, let's go to our last guy. We'll call it a night, guys. Let's go to B-Ball Paul Reed, guys, in this game. Finished with 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 in 16 minutes, Boss, just stuffing the stat sheet here. What'd you see from one of your favorite players in the scene, Paul Reed?
He got his 1 turnover, consistent AF. He got it right away.
Always talk about it.
He always gets a turnover early. It's like he needs to make a mistake to lock in. Like, truly. And I don't care. I don't care if you got 1 turnover out of our 12. Like, you locked in. So, and only 2 fouls as well, because I just remember them, because one of them he was even just like, what was that from? I'm kind of shocked he only ended with 4 points, because it seemed like he got a couple dunks.
Yeah, it felt like more.
So, but I'm not mad
like
at
more.
4-4, and then again to get some stocks in there.
Yeah,
good game, good show up by people.
I agree. And great minutes.
I loved one of his rebounds, guys. JB, knowing that we have Tolu Smith to go to, worst case, JB put in a 2-big lineup.
There we go.
For like 3 minutes.
There we go.
I loved it. And I told you, if it happened to get close again, if they put Nas back in with Gobert, I want to see it again. Yes.
Exactly what Heisenberg just said. It was brief.
And because JD got a block, and B-Ball Paul was able to follow it up with he was able to get it, because JD got the block off the glass, and B-Ball Paul was there to grab it. That was fun. It's just like little moments like that. And again, neither one of them really played, like, especially because we just talked about the rotations on offense ended up with Asar and JD high. And the rotations on defense later in the game, you had one guy high, one guy low. Same on offense. And B-Ball, I'd rather have Asar and B-Ball high, because B-Ball can shoot the 3. And stuff like that. And then you can have JD low. It just worked. It looked nice. Of course, like Nasri, that was like kind of when Nasri turned it on. Nasri got kind of an open look in the 3. He got a hook shot over B-Ball Paul. But like those 3 minutes, they were fun. I liked it. I loved it. And and he had a block in the 3rd as well. He just, I'm not going to give all his credit just because on the minutes that he was on the floor with JD, but most of his plays came when he wasn't there in terms of offense. But otherwise, his rebounds, it felt like, and his defense just was able to be better with JD on the floor. But overall, he still came out playing very aggressive. But yeah, loved the B-ball. Love the B-ball.
Yeah, I loved it too. That 2 big lineup was a lot of fun to watch, man. I hope, Boss, we see more of that. You guys know I've been a big proponent all year of that 2 big lineup, just because of the teams we might play. in the playoffs, especially in the Eastern Conference. So I just hope we see more of that, like playing against the Cavs, who have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, just those types of, even the Knicks with Mitchell Robinson and Cat.
Yeah, they do it.
So I want to ask you guys a question, and I'm making a poll for it right now. So that's why I'm over here typing away. I want to get you guys' opinion. But my question, and I'm making it a poll right now. What was more fun to watch? And you guys can either comment in the chat or you can vote on the poll. But for you guys, what was more fun to watch? Robinson Herder minutes or Duran Reed minutes?
Ooh,
what did you guys enjoy watching more between? Because that's not something we see too often, either of those situations, right? But so there is no right or wrong answer. I just want to see where you guys are kind of at with that, just having a little fun with this a little bit, right? What did you guys enjoy seeing more between? I'll come to you, boss, real quick. What did you enjoy seeing more? More Kevin Herter and Duncan Robinson, or more B-Ball Paul and Jalen Duren? What was like? Ooh, this might be something I want to see more of.
God, I love them both because when Herter was when Duncan hit that big three that really was just like, he was like, oh, they were on the floor together. But I got on the live. I got excited. I was like, too big lineup.
Yeah, you showed it.
I was excited. So I'm going to go with B-Ball Duren because that's just not something that we've seen often, especially without, like, we had Tolu there. But like,
just in case,
without a stew, like, it was out without a suit. I'm fine with Tolu playing, but in a close game like this, it's like without a super reliable back. But they were also able to do it because of lack of foul trouble. JD only had 3 and B-Ball had 2.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Gumby says you guys are the Detroit Energizer duo.
Thank you.
Now, Deuce, this is hard, not fair.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's the beauty, though. Like, we're so deep. We have so many different lineups we can just go with and just experiment with. That's why these last 4, 5, or 6 games is going to be fun because we're going to get a chance to kind of see what we have. Let's check to see the early results, boss, early returns. What do you think the chat wants to see more? I know you can't see it. What do you think the chat wants to see more between Kevin Herter and Duncan Robinson minutes or Jalen Duren and Paul Reed minutes?
That's just it's pretty equal. I'm gonna say I admit if I'm wrong. I'm gonna say you guys pick Herter B-Ball or Herter Duncan.
So 69% want to see more JD and B-Ball Paul minutes.
Okay.
And Robinson Herter so y'all, okay. I like that. I like it.
Yeah,
there is no right or wrong answer. It's just fun. It's just fun.
I just feel like everyone's so much on the Herter train tonight that they would see it and be like that one. The
chat knows ball. The chat knows we defense first. You know what I'm saying? We love defense. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that. But we'll let that go. See if that changes as we keep moving. Mauser says, Deuce, I know we wanted to see Stewart start the power forward, but honestly, I'm not sure he can endure starting minutes. I think Paul Reed would be great at the starting forward position. Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Same.
I think a lot of it's going to depend on what we do in the offseason, too. With the other spots. Yeah.
Well, B-Ball. Yeah, it depends on what we do in like a potential 4 spot, but B-Ball we have at least for 1 more year, and he's cheap for us right now. I don't see us getting away, nor do I want to see us getting away. But we've talked about it. Like I'd rather have it. I'd have a 2 big rotation kind of anyway. I stew in as like just a 3-man rotation where you see them kind of all together at different times.
Yep,
that's kind of where I'm at.
All of them kind of balance between the 4 and the 5.
Yep,
that's where I'm at too. Yeah, I'm not mad at that, Mauser. I hear you, bro. I hear you. All right, guys, let's keep going, man. Last one. Robinson Herter played so well with their teammates. Both guys passed the ball better than I realized before their. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Especially Herter for me. I'm like, bro, don't hurt him, Herter. For real.
Yeah.
All right, guys. For me, yeah, same. I'm with you. Like, I have nothing to add on Paul Reed. I thought he was good, especially in that 2 big lineup. I have nothing to add, boss. You covered that very, very well. So that's all we got, guys. So now looking ahead briefly, and then we are out of here, y'all. Looking ahead to next game, right? So the Timberwolves was a dub tonight, and now
dubs.
Look at all that green. Look at all that green.
No Cade in there.
No Cade. 8-2, guys. There's more dubs above this too. Previous to this, 8-2 without Cade in this stretch is great. Great from the team aspect. Great for the confidence. But guys, next game, like Boss mentioned, comes Saturday, and that is a road matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers. And guys, we talked about it. The Sixers are fully healthy now. Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey, and VJ Edgecombe, he deserves to be mentioned among those guys, are all playing together, and they're looking to state their claim now in the East and make some noise at the most important time of the year. So it's gonna be the first time all year, guys, the Pistons have seen and gone up against. Hopefully this will be the first time we see the Pistons go against these big three or big four, if you want to call it, with BJ. But it'll be the first time. Hopefully we get a chance to see how that looks. So that should be a very interesting matchup, boss. Do you have any quick thoughts on that game before we get out of here?
No, I'm excited to see. I think that the Sixers have something to fight for. Right now, they're tied with the Raptors in 6 and 7, and that determines play-in. So they're still going to come out strong. And so it's going to be tough. I'm excited. It's going to make me feel better. Again, it's kind of settle some of these debates of who I want to see in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Atlanta went to 5, and I wouldn't mind if Sixers stay out of it. But I think we bring our all. It would be nice to see. Again, I hope Tobias is back. B-Ball Paul had a great game against the Sixers. This could be a season sweep, right? I think we're 2-0 against them.
I think so.
So we won the first one with B-Balls. Okay, match number 1 too. Yep. Exciting stuff. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think that these next 2 games are like just the most vital for wrapping up the first place spot. And then from there on out, we have the Hornets in there, but it's like, okay. But from there on out, I think it's just going to be more like, our starters are going to get some lower minutes because we'll lock up the first and we'll start to rest for the playoffs. So I'm excited for the Sixers game. It is also on NBA TV. So another live game.
That'll be the last regular season national game of the season.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's a good question. So we may not see Embiid.
They're fighting though. They're fighting for a spot.
That's true. But I don't know if they even care. It seems like to me they just want to care about being healthy.
No, I think that you care if it determines playing or not because you get a week off.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
That's fair. Minnesota, he said. Boss, Mike. Yeah. So that should be interesting. That should be interesting for sure. Yeah. He said they're very good without Embiid. Could end up second or ACF. Yeah, man. Like they're trying to peak at the right time. They kind of slept on. But if they're healthy, that's a good team. Yeah. That's a good team, man. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to watch, boss. I'm looking these playoffs are gonna be so fun. The playoffs are gonna be so fun this year. I think some upsets are happening. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's the team that I want to fall to the play-in because I think they could be a first round upset if they play the Knicks. Yeah, so I wanted to fall to the play-in because then they have a chance to be eliminated.
Okay.
Or, so they have a chance to be the play-in. And people keep saying this about the West, because say the Nuggets, they would have to get through the Timberwolves and then the Spurs and then OKC. That's tough.
That's ridiculous.
But the East can't be discounted. They've had teams that are very good that have gone up and down throughout the season, injuries returning. It's going to be a fun playoffs this year. I feel like last year's play-in versus the 1 and 2 seed was just and even just a play-in together, I was just bored with it. I'm not bored with it.
I'm not at all.
No.
It's just so fun for us to be at this point in the year, we're gonna avoid the play-in, right? We good enough. We in 6. Okay, we should avoid it. Now it's what y'all doing down there?
Yeah.
What y'all doing down there? What's up? What y'all doing down there? Y'all still fighting? It's just nice to be in this spot right now. So yeah. He says they're trying to stay out of Playerville, like Louisville. That's hilarious. Yeah,
that's funny.
Good point. Point taken, boss. That's what he's saying too. Playerville. Yeah. All right, guys. We will see, man. But look, guys, we are going to end it there. Before we get out of here, man, thank you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for allowing me to talk to you guys about this on a personal level. It wasn't easy. I was kind of stressing it today because I've been putting it off for longer than I should have. Once again, I was just trying to be protective as a father and do what's best for my boys. It's the best thing for them is to have resources. And that's one thing that we're trying to provide for people across the board who are dealing with these things. So we really appreciate you guys' support, man, and for being there for us, showing us support and just being real ones, man. So thanks again so much for you guys providing that support for us, man. It means a ton. It means a ton to me. So thanks so much. Luka's been cleared of hamstring. Okay, good. So he's straight. Okay, cool. But yeah, guys, thanks so much, man. We really appreciate it, guys. We're gonna get out of here, man. It's been a long show, longer than usual, almost 3 hours, and y'all still here.
Yeah, wow, guys. Truly. Thank you for being here. Honestly, this has been so fun. Yeah.
A blast, man. So yeah, man, we'll call it there, boss. We appreciate you guys for showing up. showing out as you guys always do, even at 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday, which is crazy. But make sure you guys smash that like button and make sure you subscribe if you are new. And we hope you guys have a great night. Get some rest. Enjoy the beginning of your weekend. Be safe. And y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. Peace and love.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot, and I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking hundreds, I hear you're ashamed. Talking that shop, you must want this way. Tryna tell ya, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're ready for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop a hill, cause I'm like that.